That's such a long time, fam. I missed you. Oh, I put some reasoning online, but I said, nobody's gonna notice this. It rolls up and down real fast and it disappears. I had the tech nightmare of the mother of tech miseries, and I had to buy new equipment stuff, and so it ended up being a long project. Some things had to be changed, rewired. We had to change formats, but it was. Well, anyway, the long story short, I'm sorry, fam. I missed you. I did. Smooth. I'm smooth. Smooth. I know it. Smooth. Back, man. Looking for you too. You know this. Let's talk some 49ers football. God. 49ers wide receiver transaction. Is it possible? Is it necessary? 49ers wide receiver room will start season a little lean of proven talents. And we knew that was going to be the case, though, as we watch BA go down and Debo say goodbye. But, fam, as you look down the Niners 2025 bench, you'll immediately notice, though, the reality of this series, this whole thing, we just have two starting wide receivers, and one of them yet has to still prove it a little further beyond what he has. Ricky P. After Jauan, Jennings, and Ricky Pearsall, things may be a little questionable, though, fam. There are some veteran receivers available, as you probably already heard about, as every the media just thinks they know what we need, don't they? Will San Francisco make a move or stand pat on the young receivers that quarterback Brock Purdy is all excited and confident about? The ones in the locker room, Brock Purdy is growing into and maturing. Boy, the dude, I just call me crazy, but I think we're gonna have something special out of him this year. But to the phones we go to talk about the current situation regarding the Niners wide receiver room that Purdy is feeling so great about as we anticipate whether there is a need to sign any one of these available vets. Keenan Allen's out there, Amari Cooper's out there, which is already something troubling to me. Anytime I see that, I always wonder, now, why haven't they been picked up? Of course, they ask for too much money. Pretty much everybody who's spent money on their team has probably already done spending money on their team. So you wait until those guys are desperate for a job and you call them, look, I give you $2 million. So, that's what they have to fall for. By the time camp is over and cuts are made, these guys are going to want to get on board with somebody. So the 49ers can, if they insist upon this, and if you think that's a good idea as well, maybe they will do that, But the Niners receiver room shouldn't be considered a weakness, but there are some questions that will need to be answered before the room can be considered as one of their strengths going into the season. Kind of worrisome, especially when you look at the teams we've had down through the years. Oh, we had an air tag, baby. Oh, yeah. And now we're back to square one. Uncertainty in the group obviously exists, and despite some quality players on the roster. Niners don't have any receivers who made it into the list of the top 32 wide receivers from PFF, which I've lost all respect for. PFF has done some things with 49ers these past few weeks. Oh, come on, man. That is not accurate. As a 49er fan, especially when you look through those red gold glasses as much as I do, and your middle name is Homer, I don't appreciate anything bad said about the 49ers. And sometimes I take it, I won't even accept it, right? You got the same issue, right? I mean, just for reference, though, PFF list features 6 tiers with Commanders, Debo Samuel, former 49er Debo Samuel, Broncos Cortland Sutton, and Lions Jameson Williams comprising the final tier to round out that list. We don't like you, PFF. Shut up. No worries for that for now, though, fam. And I don't really feel like it makes sense going into the year that the Niners aren't represented on that list for now anyway. It's okay. It's not a big deal. BA would be there had he not suffered a knee injury last season. It's not like we don't have anybody, or never did. But, and I'm sorry, but Jauan Jennings, okay, he'll be on it next year. Jauan Jennings is legit. They haven't signed him yet, but I wish they would. 49ers probably saying, we've allocated out a lot of funding already, Jauan will be fine. Don't worry, we got him down for here 2 years. He can't leave. He won't anyway. The 49ers could call him in at any time probably and ask him if he wants a deal. They seem to do that sometimes when they feel shameful about not signing somebody who's just carrying the damn team. BA would be there, as I say, but he's a huge question mark going into the year since it's unclear, as you know, when he'll be able to return, and it's unclear how effective he'll be upon his return. He could come back and not look like the guy we remember. Jay Jennings, the presumptive number one wide receiver, while Ayuk is out and had a nice year last year, but he didn't sneak into the top 32 after just 1 year of quality production. Fam, are you like me, though? How many of us were saying after JJ got started rolling last year, he paid BA, this is wide receiver number one. Now, we got carried away. I admit to that. I've had some conversations with others about other 49er fans. Man, would y'all stop tripping, man? Jennings is a damn good receiver. Okay, but he ain't BA. What do you mean he's not BA? Does he look like he have the same skills as BA? Well, no, but he has his style. It's distinctive. Anyway, when you get into that argument, just give up. You ain't gonna win that argument. But he'll have to be. JJ's got to back it up again in 2025 to get any kind of consideration as one of the NFL's best. I think he is already myself. I ain't lying. Second-year wide receivers Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing both have some things to prove still. Better DeMarcus Robinson doesn't qualify to be on the list. And, of course, rookie Jordan Watkins needs to work on his resume before he can be considered one of the league's best. These are where the question marks come in, fam. These question marks, the names of Watkins, you know what I mean? But that's what's exciting about this season. Go back to your feeling back in 2018, 2017, 2018. The wide receiver room wasn't yet built, but it was fun watching it develop. Now, see, I know what you're thinking. I agree. It's not the time we want to develop. There's still a nucleus of veterans that you want to see go ahead and get that ring. By the way, the 49ers have already said to everybody, look, if you think we're not here to compete, you better boy, I tell you what, yes, they are. That's the exciting thing about this. But there's a chance the Niners receiving corps will be fine, though. You know, there's just guys who just haven't had a chance to prove it yet. If Ayuk gets back healthy at some point, Jennings continues looking like a quality number 2, but really would be 1.5 in my book, and Pearsall makes that year 2 leap. I have a feeling about that boy. Ricky P. I just know he's going to be good. I mean, this group could end up being really good by the season's end. While the common thinking is with the Purdy big buck extension, Niners can't afford to have too much struggling at that position because they ain't got no money to buy somebody else. See, that's a misnomer. The 49ers, were you watching Lombardi recently? Lombardi broke that puppy down dollar for dollar. Do you know the 49ers got a lot of money? I agree with I agree too. Lombardi's right about the 49ers. Every season, right around the mid-year point, we usually spend some money on something, and something good. B. Purdy, boy, I tell you, B. Purdy was getting jiggy with it when the Niners receiving core was loaded with playmakers, but he did suffer some last year as the talent dipped due to injury and other on-field miseries. And it wasn't all about just Brock. There's a lot of things going on out there that had something to do with that passing game. He'll need to be the man, though, this year to lift the troops to some degree. His supporting cast can certainly help if a couple of the unproven Niners receivers move into that top 32 conversation during the season. Panic, fear, worries, fam, unnecessary. Remember, let me make you laugh. You got Kyle Shanahan, the savant, running that team. But, boy, I tell you what, Tony just fell out of his seat or dropped his beer, I know. Jalen Hush. Bleacher Report suggested Niners should have a veteran wide receiver represents pretty much how everybody looks at the 49ers, perceiving the team's receiving core heading into the 2025 season. They think the 49ers receivers they're trash. What they don't realize is even if the receivers can't keep up, if I got George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and JJ, hell, as far as I'm concerned, that's all I need. Shut up, Rudy. And you know, sure, the rationale, some of this concern may be justified. at least for now. Niners traded away Debo. BA isn't expected to be ready for primetime start of the season. Demarcus Robinson is facing a potential 3-game suspension. I know, right? Doom, globe. The Niners don't seem overly concerned about the matter, though, rolling into week 1. They really don't. At least the Niners, though, they do keep those cards close to the chest. They're probably concerned. They're just not letting you know about it, or us know about it. They're not displaying any anxiety over this matter whatsoever. Jauan, Jennings, and Ricky P. right now are penciled in as the starting wideouts for the road opener against the Hawks. Coming to Emerald City. Hey, got a whole lot of weapons. Hawks, we're going to come in there. Fight. Eric, we're coming to get you, boy. And Brock P's all pumped up about the challenge. This is what I love about Brock. He said this week in an interview with 95.7 The Game. Quote, obviously having Ricky Pearsall, JJ as our guys for sure to start off the season is likely. Obviously, we're hoping to get BA back as soon as possible, and then Demarcus Robinson as well. But those young guys too, man, I'm really excited about. They've come in with the right mindset to get better, and they're moving. We got guys that can move, which is awesome to see, and good hands. They're learning fast. And so for me, I'm excited for when we go 11 on 11 in camp and get a feel for who's who and what they can do. Unquote, Big P, BP. And hey, fam, you know, George Kittle recently mentioned that he's been impressed with last year's 4th-round pick, Jacob Cowing. Now, George doesn't usually speak up for people like that. Most of those veterans don't say anything about anybody until later. George is already saying, according to GK, Mrs. Cowing's baby boy reported to camp looking excellent. B. Purdy was singing praises about the boy as well while discussing players poised to take the next step in the offense. B. Purdy's glowing endorsement goes like this, quote, Jacob Cowing is his speed, his maturity. He's had a big offseason too. We got guys, and obviously in the tight end room with George and those boys and Christian McCaffrey with the running backs, I think our skill group as a whole will be just fine. And we're going to have some guys that are definitely going to take the next step for us. I'm just really excited to keep building them up so the whole world will see this fall. So I'm excited. Unquote. B. Purdy, talk to me, bro. Is it looking good out there? I knew it would. I just had a feeling. That fam, here's the thing, though. I'm going to ask you tonight. Are you comfortable about the situation? Are you feeling any kind of way? Is it not good? All right? And do you need to give Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper a call? Brock's got to be pumped up, fam. I do. You know what? I got to tell you, though. Now, I don't really think I'm going with Brock and George on this, and I got a feeling if you get the rookies going in the right direction, see, because they know they've arrived at a place that knows anything less than glory is a fail. All right, so they could come in and probably play a little above their heads. I just don't want them trying so hard that they mess up, because when you get in a certain situation, you try to overachieve. That's when you see you got to stay with you got as coaches. Coaches will tell you from junior high school to high school. All right, stay within yourself, kids. Stay within yourself. Come on now. Get back out there. It's all right. We learn from our mistakes. See, this is what we got to see with these rookies for now. So, but I do like the idea of calling Amari Cooper because last year when we almost traded for him, it was sent BA to Cleveland. BA wasn't having it. Amari Cooper was coming back. I was kind of juiced about that. You know what? Though it's not necessary. I'm gonna go. I would go with BP. I would say, you know what? Let them rookies play. I don't want them sitting down. Give them the goddamn ball. Hey, Matty, yes, get in there, man. Matty.
You there?
I'm right here. I'm listening to you too.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I wasn't unmuted there for a second. I can hear you.
It's good to hear your voice again too, man.
Man, Ronbo, I missed you, bro.
I missed you too, man. I got back to you on
I really
Instagram.
genuinely worried about you.
No, I know. I try to post messages, but I said, I don't think anybody's going to notice these messages because they're rolling off the page as soon as I write them down. Because sometimes it's scroll on the homepage and everything. Nobody's going to see it. I thought about posting on Instagram, but I'll be back. I'll be back before they know it. So, Matty, I'm back.
Yeah. A lot of people care about you, Ronbo.
Oh, I know. I got some notices. I was moved. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
no, it's all good. I'm just happy that you're good, man. That's all that matters.
Thanks, Phil. Thanks. Well, Matty, now as far as the wide receivers are concerned, are you feeling it? Has Brock Purdy got you thinking that it's all good? Do you want some guys brought in?
Detroit versus everybody.
I know I got flag on him every time. I get 30
miss it,
yards
right?
on you.
Thanks,
My boy
John.
took a week vacation and came back spouting nonsense again. Detroit versus nobody.
And everybody already won.
No shit. No, I'm confident, Ronbo. I mean, the one thing I was thinking about, man, we need to pay Kyle Juszczyk just a little more money, man. Like he's worth it. I think we've done him a little wrong.
Yeah, I thought so last year. I forgot he's part of the
Yeah,
weaponry
that's what I
too.
was thinking.
We're not naked. We're
At
not
least
coming
give
in
him
with a
that money
BB
back.
gun. Yeah.
No. So, but yeah, no. Coming into the beginning of the year, like when did BA go down? Like mid-season?
October of last year.
Okay, so
So
not
by
too
October
late.
this year,
Earlier.
that's a complete year. Damn, I figured like BA will look like BA
Dude, I thought
maybe by end of
I don't
November,
know.
early December.
I don't know, dude. Like with the way things go these days in the
Sports medicine.
rehab and stuff, like yeah, dude. I got homies that were not even in half the shape BAs in and walking and running way earlier than that. So like, I could see month one, like if not day one, like
Well,
he's not
I heard
gonna.
that.
I could see him not.
That
I
he
can
was out
see
there
it.
already.
I can see not. No preseason. I'll bet though.
No, you don't want to run the risk. I mean, there's no point in
No,
taking that risk,
not worth
even if
it.
you feel fine.
Not at all. Not even, dude. Not even worth it. But I could see him playing the beginning of the season. I really could.
Spend,
And then
count his
got-
reps, though. I mean, he go out
Yeah.
there here and there, but just let him come up, work.
And
up
then
to
we got
speed.
Jauan.
Yes, indeed.
We got. He's a menace, bro.
He
Like I don't
is.
think people realize like when I think he's going to be pivoted more towards wide receiver one for a while at least. So game on, bro.
Yeah.
And then old Ricky Pearsall, man, he's just got more time under his belt. Brock and him have been throwing the ball around.
Yeah.
We're good, bro.
And the only thing you worry about Ricky will put his body on the line just to make a catch.
Yeah,
man,
I appreciate
wanted
that.
to make them spectacular catches, but Ricky, don't kill yourself, man. You got to get up and come back
No,
for the
don't.
next series. of
Yeah.
downs. But he's one of them dudes.
Yeah, we need you all season.
So
Yeah, so I'm excited, man. Like I'm curious to see how the offensive line turns out. That's
I know.
kind of something I'm curious about.
We
If
all
anybody's
are.
learned anything from last season, if any of our additions are worth talking about, you know what I mean? So I don't know. See what Trent comes out looking like too. I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, he's had a lot of rest and time to heal up. I think we get the old Trent Williams back, at least for the opening
I think so.
first month of the season. He's going to tweak his ankle. He tweaks his ankle every single year. It's going to happen. But I just wonder, when is it going to happen? How severe is it going to be? How long is it going to take him to get back? That's the only thing I worry myself. Because last year we had guys that could cover him a little bit. We lost Jalen. He was doing a pretty good job at the left side when Trent was out. He's starting to get better
Yeah.
and better. So I don't know who's going to do that now, though.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of unknowns, Ronbo.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like people were talking about our Super Bowl window being closed. It's like, man, shut your mouth. It's not even close to close.
I mean, everybody's windows. Yeah, when you look at that, there's a lot of teams around the league, though, you can close. Why can't you say that about Patrick Mahomes? Why? Because the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Okay, but you know what? They got annihilated and embarrassed in the last Super Bowl. What makes everybody think they're just going to bounce back as a force immediately? I think they're going through a bad year next year. That's just me.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
Maybe they do bounce back. You never know.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it just, for whatever reason, we can't beat them. So, be nice if they, I don't know, dude. It'd be nice to be able to beat them at least.
I know,
once.
you know, especially and be able to beat them. I wish we could have got him this year because that Eagles team that went in there and beat him up was good, but the Chiefs weren't as good as the Chiefs were bad. The Chiefs were terrible.
No,
They
you
really
are correct, sir. You are correct, my friend. So yeah, and we got a lot to look forward to, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? I got to tell you, though, man, as far as wide receivers go, now we know J.J. and Ricky are going to be fine. They're talking about Cowing like Kyle's going to have to take him seriously this year. I want to see him on some go routes at least. Somebody needs to talk to Kyle, close the door, bring him a cup of coffee. Kyle, listen, I know your policy.
Here, buddy.
But we're going to use Cowing in a way that you may not appreciate. He's not going to have to be blocking his ass off. We want him to open up that offense by blasting down the field and making players go back and get him. Now, what that does to provide George Kittle when he needs to operate, it'll give Ricky and Jauan a little more space to operate. Kyle, do I need to tell you this? I can see Kyle now. Look, before you start banging up on me, man, listen, I already know these things, all right? I've already thought about that. And had you asked me what I was going to do with Cowing, I would have told you. Now, get out. Cal's he's got an ego. You know he does.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, yeah, that's it. That's kind of to be said, I guess. I mean, seems like a nice guy anyways. But, yeah, no, and that's it. Yeah, absolutely. You've got to be competitive.
Yeah. And, you got to let up on it. If any other wide receiver says, well, how come Cowing doesn't have to block? Look, I'm the coach, all right? You just do your job. You got to tell him.
We're going to win football games.
Matty!
When are you going to be back?
I'll be back Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday?
Let's go back Tuesday. Yeah. I can't wait.
All right, buddy. Well, it was good to hear from you, man. I was on that trip to Nebraska, and I was like, man, I kept checking. I was like, Ronbo didn't come on.
I know. It was
yeah, no, the Nebraska trip was good.
I bet it was.
Yeah, so I was going to tell you.
Make him promise.
I asked my lady to marry me, Ronbo.
Oh! What did she say?
Yes.
Oh! Congratulations, my man. All right.
Thank you, brother. Check my Instagram. You might see the photos. We were in the Grand Teton, so it's a pretty good view.
I can't wait. And I just saw you. That was you the other day. I was talking back to you. You got my message, right? All right, Matty.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait.
All right, buddy.
Hey, Matty.
All right, buddy.
Matty's getting married.
It's Tuesday.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I see where Tommy Huxley's getting married too. What is it? This is the marriage year, huh? Aaron.
What is up, Ronbo?
Aaron, man,
it's been a minute.
It has been too long. God, these things, I guess they have to inevitably happen on occasion. So,
I mean, Ronbo, like, the last time I talked to you was like 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Yeah.
We've not been apart for 2 weeks, and how long? You know what? Not since I started doing this, have I 2 weeks been taken out. A week here and there has happened. Scattered weeks where there's only 2 or 3 times, but not a whole 2 weeks straight. But when you use all equipment every day like this, and you're like, you say, oh, it'll be okay. Yeah, you got a preemptive strike before things get broke down. Refresh. But we're good now. Hey, Aaron, the receivers, man, everybody's talking about if there's a weak link on the 49ers roster, it is that WR room. Are you trying to hear that? Is that what do you think? You want to bring somebody in?
I mean, of course we got guys like just Jauan, Jennings, Ricky Pearsall,
Jacob Cowing,
He
may be ready.
Yeah, so I mean, it wouldn't hurt bringing another wide receiver until the BA gets going.
Yeah.
So
who you like between Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper appear to be available? Them dudes have some big contracts. They got to know they're gonna have to make a deal, but you're gonna have to bid for them. I can't believe nobody's called them yet, but I guess everybody spent all the money they're going to spend in the off season, so we'll see. But yeah, what do you go ahead?
Yeah, if they were to bring in Amari Cooper, I mean, I would be down
I know, right?
with it.
Amari Cooper gets
Yeah.
abused. He got abused by the Raiders. Wait, yeah, Amari started with the Raiders, right? And then the Cowboys, they weirded out on him, and Buffalo needed him, but they refused to throw him the damn ball. Amari, I don't understand that. Guy's one of the best route runners in the game, even still. I don't know.
Yeah. So, even the offensive coordinator, what's his name?
Kubiak?
Is it? Yeah. He said that Jacob Collins kind of gained a little bit of weight.
Yeah, he's a little
to
bigger
block,
now.
So it's going to be interesting to see. So.
How many years you got for? How many yards is Ricky going to pick up this year? I got him down for 800.
I have him around 830 yards.
830. Cause see, I got JJ at 1,000. He should have got 1,000 last year, but that poop butt Cardinal, they got him kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
He was just a few feet away from getting a 1,000-yard season, and this dude is out here going savage. After the play is over, he's still fighting. Dude, man, get up off of me, man. JJ tried to get him off of him, right? And the referee came in and threw a flag on both of them and threw JJ out of the game. I said, you said that? They did that on purpose. You mother. That was the plan. Listen, guys, we're going to get JJ thrown out of the game so they don't have a damn thing to do as far as offense. God, chickens. Anyway.
I know, right? But last week, Brock and Fred got paid, so there's no drama going on.
See, the 49ers are finally learning AAA. It took them how many years? Stop
Like
stretching
5
out.
years?
More than that? Who's the first person to get, I guess you're right. The first extension was about 5 years ago.
I think it was Kittle first. Yeah.
I think you're right. But after that, every year after that, somebody was getting renewed. And the 49ers take it all the way to August. Bosa, a few minutes before opening day, they signed Bosa. I said, Niners, really? That couldn't have been prevented? Well, you guys, man. And he didn't look good that year. Anytime they do that, they don't look good. You notice that? Everybody never looks like they did before they took off a whole off season trying to get paid. So, you know.
Yeah, and now they don't have to start doing that, in the future, because players like Dominic Pooney, Bernardo Green, they might be a breakout player, So.
Yeah, those Pooney's already. I already see dollar signs on him right now. I mean, you cannot lose an offensive lineman like Dominic Pooney. I mean.
Oh no.
Bernardo's boy. I can't wait to see what he looks like this year. And Mustafa, we're gonna miss him. You know what? It's being understated. Mustafa was doing a damn good job last year. ACL. Oh man, clock ran out on us. AAA, I'm gonna see you Tuesday, and as Steven says, I promise. I miss y'all, man. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Ronbo. It's nice hearing from you, Ronbo. It's been a while.
Thanks, fam. It ain't gonna happen no more anytime soon either. All right, fam.
Have a good night.
You too. Thanks, AAA. And it's gone over to Steven.
Man,
Debo's favorite man.
what happened to you, Ronbo?
Oh, it's a long story, and don't ever get into a situation where you got to get equipment through the mail because you lose parts and things like that. Man, that's really ridiculous.
I could have told you that, man. You should have hit us up before you did that.
I know, man. I'm just gonna preventative maintenance is what I'm gonna do from now on. But Stephen, we're in a situation something like I refer back to 2017, 2018. 2017, of course not. 2018, we came in, didn't have a big receiver room. We were all about that run. And we might still be running a lot this year. I don't know. But, we're going to run probably anyway because running backs are.
We're going to run, but it's not going to be mainly focused like the league thinks it's going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not going to be solely focused on, because you're not going to, here's the issue. Everyone's copying the champs because the champs did something different that worked. Granted, we were doing it. It's just we were stopping at the wrong time. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Well, the Niners have always been a run-heavy team. Ever since the early 2000s, we've been run-heavy because, unfortunately, the way of the wide receiver can be 50-50 a lot of times, but running can be guaranteed almost,
Mm-hmm.
So the last time the Niners, I will say, ever had a really good wide receiver core, I'm going to get shot for this, was
I already know what you're saying.
yeah. Well, it was when, arguably, Jerry Rice's last season.
I knew it.
That was the last time we actually had a really good
Taylor
running
Rice. I mean, that's ooh. And Rice
don't get
would
me
be in
wrong,
the Hall
Eric
of Fame
Davis
right
is
now
good,
if it
but-
wasn't for Jerry.
core. Oh, yeah, exactly. But you know what, man? I'm just glad we're looking pretty good at what we are. Our defense looks nasty. Our wide receivers look nasty. We got Nate Robinson, who I'm looking forward to watching. BA is returning, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the BA we expect and love that we grew to love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's going to be half a step as good, if not a whole step, as what he used to be. And that's not even me trying to be talking shit. That's just how
That's just
injuries
physically-
happen.
Yeah. That's,
Look at Jimmy G. Jimmy G used to run. He was super, athletic as a quarterback, and that's why we picked him up from New England. But the moment he tore his ACL against Arizona, of all people,
No, that was against
of all
Kansas City.
teams, I should say. Was it Kansas City? I thought it was Arizona.
It was over red. You got to. It
No,
was
you're
Kansas
right,
City.
it was Kansas City. My bad. It was Kansas City. It's a creature of habit kind of thing. You tear something like that, especially as gruesome how Brandon Ayuk's injury happened, you're going to put more extra effort on taking care of that one knee. No matter how good of an athlete you are going to have that doubt in the back of your mind, should I do this? Is it going to re-tear? Let me dodge this ball.
Can you imagine that rehab?
Yeah, and
Oh my God.
and here's the thing too, man. It's that football is an extremely violent sport. We all know that. It's been said multiple times. It's extremely violent.
Yeah.
The issue is that we're gonna watch Brock Purdy throw some, through the thread and needle passes, and is Brendan gonna be there to catch those? Who knows? I don't think so. That's the thing. And it's a high risk when you do that, both for interception and for the player catching it, because he could be up in the air and then all of a sudden get drilled from the side from a blindside hit. It's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
But enough about Brandon Ayuk. I'm excited for Brock Purdy because he's entering his new contract. He's hungry. He's ready. CMC's hungry. He's ready. We've got James Jordan, who's starting, or not starting ahead of, McCaffrey, obviously. But we got a guy who's hungry. We got Stone Blanton, who I'm shocked he went into undrafted free agency. I thought he was going to be a quick pick. Stone Blanton is something that
That's that linebacker.
he's one of those unicorn players. He's one of those unicorn players, man. I'm telling you, he's one of those unicorn players that, just got overlooked and is just going to ball out.
State. I saw his clip. He's a badass.
He's nasty.
Yeah.
He's nasty. He is nasty, man. And we need that on defense. And now that we got Robert Saleh back, I'm telling you, we just need a coach who's super energized, high energy, because you got Nick Sorensen, who was just kind of okay, do this play. I don't really know what I'm looking at, but try this. You had Steve Wilkes. Granted, I
probably did.
like Steve Wilkes, but he was just like, okay, I'm gonna be up in the booth. No, this team, this defense thrives on emotion. You need someone who's high emotion, like Dan Campbell or Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
Or
They got to pull him off the field.
Big Daniel.
Yeah.
They got to be honored. They got to feel that. You got to energize them, man. It's like putting on a concert every time you go out there. You want the audience to react the way you want them to react, because if they don't, they're not. It's not going to be good, you know. But we got pretty much a refortified offensive line. It's not the best, but I can tell you right now, it's probably a lot better than it was last year and the year before. Wide receivers, Jacob Cowing's making some waves. He's on George Kittle's radar, which, let's be real. George Kittle is a pretty big name to be throwing around.
Yeah.
Because who got signed first before everybody? George.
First guy. And last, too. Because George Kittle's going to retire at Niner.
Oh, he absolutely is. And then he's going to go on to WWE.
He was on WrestleMania. There was George. I said, George, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be at camp right now?
Hey, man, I was all for it. I was like, hey, look at George, man. Everyone's like, oh, George Kittle's not at camp. That's a bad sign. I'm like, bro, he's living the time of his life. He's got 5 days of wrestling in Vegas, getting drunk, drinking, like, down in Fat Tuesdays like it's water. Man, leave that boy alone. He'll get his money. Let him enjoy it. He puts his body on the line for everybody. But
he's special.
Man, it's gonna be exciting. We're gonna see like I said, everyone's gonna follow the Eagles, and what I mean by that is they're gonna try to do the run game. They're gonna have Saquon Barkley go all crazy. They're gonna try to replicate that. They got their running backs. They're gonna try to replicate that.
It's easy to do.
And if you see that, the defense is also looking at that, like, how can we prevent that from happening to us here? How can we stop their run game from going down our faces?
And that's what everybody's got to look forward to that this year, because Saquon's going to bring on a whole new kind of defense, but that's going to make good for everything, because the offense now is going to fly with the air game. We got to stop though, fam. As you asked me to promise, I can't wait to get back here Tuesday, Stephen. All right. Made me crazy, man. Like a junkie. I needed a fix and couldn't get it. All right, man. I'll see you Tuesday.
Man, you disappeared for a week. I took up gardening. I don't do that.
Good for you. All right, fam. Always a pleasure, Stephen. All right, fam. Night.
Good night.
Good night. Donut and tea. I knew y'all would show up soon. It's football season. As soon as OTAs start, it is on. We're doing great and are waiting for the upcoming season, as our Super Bowl window is still cracked open and not shut. Go Niners. Big show. What's up? Bill, dollar bill. Bill, come on in, man.
Ronbo.
Bill.
I've been looking to find out when you were going to be back on. I've been watching. Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine now. Yeah, but between everything else I do in equipment fields, I said, I got to get this. Oh, and what's wrong? Okay. So, yeah, when things pile up on you, they always pile up all at once. So I've been running around with a chicken with his head cut off for the better part of 2 weeks. But, Bill, it's kickback time. And that means I owe Ellis an apology, too. Ellis is probably so tired of me. Hey, but, Bill, let's wide receivers, man. I haven't heard him say anything about T.O.'s kid, because I know how you like getting the legendary children.
Well, we didn't pan out, then it is what it is. I just want to see a Super Bowl. I have a lot that happened myself. I have to deal with a corrupted police officer. A cowboy fan that's a corrupted police officer trying to get me for stealing a $2 broken taser in my own home, trying to get me for theft in my own home. How does that happen?
Well, I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing. What was you doing at your house?
Right.
What was at your house in the first place for?
Well, I had a person that was staying, and they were supposed to stay long, and they needed to leave, and they left an item here, and then they were told to go, not come back, and they called the police on me and said I stole a taser. and it was broke.
Bill, I didn't mean to laugh, but I didn't see that coming. That's ridiculous.
Right.
God.
Ridiculous.
It is.
Ridiculous. I've never heard that in my life. So they're trying. I have now the law trying to get me, and I ain't doing nothing wrong. So it's one thing after another. I kind of feel your pain.
God.
And then I was trying to set up a meeting with Trent Williams and Trent Williams' dad, which you missed the window of
Yeah.
Trent Williams being able to go live with me.
Oh, shucks. Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. There'll be other opportunities,
But I
Bill.
can still try to set up the time, but I got to shake this craziness before I even try to get them on. That's the delay right now. Why I've been delaying, because I'm trying to make sure, when he talks, he's not, because he's got to represent the 49ers. He don't need anything that's going to make him look bad. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And with that kind of craziness, I got to shake that, and I've been working on that. So, and I hear about the Purdy extension. I knew it was coming. Now I'm just hoping we can
are you okay with that?
season.
Because a lot of people still complaining,
Well,
calling him all kind of names, and I said, you guys.
well,
Oh,
I'm okay if he plays for the $280-something million quarterback and gets us a Super Bowl. I don't want to hear anybody complain. What I'm going to say is, let's see what he does, and then let's wait for this season. If he don't live up to $280-something million at the end of the year, and we ain't holding up the party, then let's come talk.
no, wait. No, not too many lofty expectations immediately, because that team needs to regroup to some degree. I mean, I think they're going to be okay.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
Let's give it a couple of seasons. Is that fair, Ronbo? Two
Yeah, I
seasons?
would say this season may be good. I don't know. Honestly, Bill, I tell you, if I take off the red and gold glasses just for a moment, Super Bowl could be a little bit of a reach. I'm hoping so, and things fall into place properly if we're not all injured and everything. But some of those kids got to learn a little bit. But
what would be your fair expectation of when you would, if he don't pan out, how long do you want to give him on this $287 million to when you start?
No, I'm probably not going to hold Brock Purdy completely responsible for everything, but he will be under the spotlight, of course. I mean, every quarterback is, and pretty soon, it's like you look at even Aaron Rodgers right now. Bill, Aaron Rodgers is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Quarterbacks are humans. Aaron Rodgers is pushing. If I was the Steelers, I would tell him to go bleep himself, because you know what, Aaron, you want to play or not? Because we're starting camp. If you're stalling and if you're doing your little sabbaticals and do whatever you like to do, sitting in dark caves, and you're buying time to do that, then don't bother. We'll find somebody else.
You know what it is?
God.
Aaron Rodgers needs to come play for the 49ers.
Oh,
and
Bill.
He's sitting back waiting to see how Purdy pans out, and he's going to play games with other teams and just keep playing like he's going to play and see how it goes. But if Purdy starts to win and wins us the Super Bowl, Rodgers is retiring. That's a promise.
Rodgers,
But if Purdy goes down and he don't pan out, look for Rodgers to come on the field.
Listen, Rodgers, I tell you, Bill, Rodgers hasn't done anything for the last. He left Green Bay and Rodgers is done. Aaron Rodgers has been done for a while now. His mind's not in it. His body quit.
Yeah.
I don't. Why would I? No, we're not. He can't come. He can just wherever he wants to go. He can go. Yeah,
He needs to quit. He needs to retire. And
the eye of the tiger's just not there anymore.
I'm looking for a different kind of year. I just got the feeling, and the last time I said that, we went. I just have a feeling that something magical is going to happen this season. I just have that feeling. I don't know how. With everything happening, it started off the same way with something else. I got a feeling we're going to end up holding the Lombardi at the end of this year.
I like that. I like it,
Bill.
Bill.
Got feeling.
And I believe in you, Bill. We got to go, though. I'll see. Bill, keep that thought, too. A 99! Bill, good to hear from you. I'll see you
Good to hear
Tuesday.
you, Ronbo.
Hey,
Later.
thanks, Phil. All right. And let's go. Hey, Johnny. Hello.
What's
Johnny.
up, Ronbo?
Oh, man, yeah, I'm just sitting back here, man, waiting for the season to get started. You know, Johnny, this is the best time of the year. You know why, don't you? Because you notice after the season starts, the season just is done before you know it. You talk about week. All right, we're in week 8. The season's midway. I said, damn, look like we just started. So, you know, I enjoy this time of year. Check out what we got. Johnny, you looking at the wide receiver room, and everybody's calling the 49ers wide receiver room, the room of a bunch of little chicken littles ain't gonna get nothing done. What do you think?
I think we looking good, Ronbo. I got my picks, man. Like, you know, Jauan, Jennings, you had that wide receiver one role.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's going to show out this year, man. I keep telling people at work, look out for JJ, Jauan Jennings. Look out for that name. But a lot of people don't know who he is.
Which is
I'm
amazing.
like, he's going to shine. He's going to shine this year.
He's been doing the job. He did the job last year. And Johnny, how many weeks was JJ out last year? He had some kind of injury. I forget where was it. Was it some lower body? Anyway, JJ was out for about 3 weeks. The dude still narrowly missed 1,000-yard season. Now, if I can just keep him on the field all year long, look out, JJ is going to be,
Not only that, get him in the Super Bowl, what he did. You know, he scored
MVP.
Like 2 touchdowns.
Yes. If they'd have won, that would have been your MVP. JJ did it all that year. That pass he threw across the field, I said, hey, who knew? Damn. God, he's good.
He's going to be great for us, man.
Tough.
And offensively, I think we're going to be way better than last year, man. You know what I mean?
It's all about the health.
Debo, he really had to get out the way.
Thank you. I ain't ashamed to say that no more. I used to love Debo, and I thought it was blasphemy to say anything about him. But Debo was becoming a liability. I mean, he really was.
Yeah. Dropping pass, not only that, he wasn't right, man.
You see that stomach before he left?
He
wasn't even in shape.
He was overeating a lot. You know what I mean?
Macaroni and cheese. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Debo's, I think Debo had some jealousy issues going on too, Johnny. You know, after that ball started going to everybody but him all the time, I think he was feeling some kind of way about that. Debo said, man, y'all ain't going to throw me the ball no more if I had the chance to play. Because I think he said something in a press conference one time that made people think, what? And then Kyle immediately went to him. And what did he do? Dropped the damn ball. Debo never drops the ball. He dropped the ball. He missed the pass. Now, he does miss passes, but not in crucial situations. Debo used to be straight money. God.
Yeah. Right. I appreciate what he did for us over the years.
I do
though,
too.
but
I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
Offensively, we're changing. You know what I mean? We're going to route running wide receivers now, not just slant.
Yeah.
You know, throw the ball to Debo, he run it down. You know what
yards.
I mean? Like we're
killing people on the way. He was fun though.
So I got Ricky. Yeah, I got Ricky Pearsall at wide receiver too, because he can run routes pretty good. He remind me of Jerry Rice back in the day with his routes.
Sharp routes. He could break that puppy off, boom, and that receiver's still standing and wondering where he went. Now that tells you something. So
yeah, he's an acrobat.
Yeah, that's what worries me though. Ricky making some crazy catches. I just don't come down the wrong way, because that boy will take flight in a minute.
Right, but I like him. He's young. You know what I mean? It'd be like second year. He's doing his thing. You know what I mean? And just got to be patient with him. You know what I mean? He's Brock Purdy gonna connect with him pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, that arm is 2 years. He hurt that arm 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look for Brock to be razor sharp this year. You know, people wouldn't give me a break when he was first coming off that surgery. But I said, "You come on, man. You know, let that arm. Let's see what happens next year." Last year I said that he wasn't that bad last year. We didn't have any. The situation wasn't really right. But this year, I got a feeling people will shut the hell up about Brock Purdy on a lot of things.
Yeah, they don't give him his credit what he's due, man, because he's razor sharp and he's smart. That boy's IQ is off the charts.
And as a quarterback, you need that. So.
Yes, he's headstrong.
That offensive line's just got to keep him up. Let's not get crashed into 100 miles an hour too often, and I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, and I think Calvin's going to be pretty good for us this year too.
Calvin, I know, right? Can you not wait? Oh man,
we need to use him more. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with Cal.
He's a rookie last year. Kyle has no respect for rookies. He had to last year, though, in defense. But offensively, if you're a rookie, coach, let me in. Who are you? I'm Jacob Cowing. Oh, yeah. Jacob, hold on. I said, come on, Kyle. Stop treating your rookies like this. God.
When you throw to him, he's money.
He made some great catches. I thought he made some good catches last year too.
Thought so too. You know, so implement him and see how far he gets. You know what I mean?
That speed you can always use that. We got a couple of speedsters now. You got Cowing and Junior Bergen. Kyle, you got too much speed out there not to open up the middle of that field.
Come on now. You know what I mean? We got Demers. What's his name? Demers Robinson.
Who?
Marcus Robinson. DeMarcus Robinson. We
From
the Rams.
Yeah, he's got to do a 3-week suspension probably for DUI, but DWI. It was under the influence. So, Johnny, man, you got some time Tuesday. Get back here, man. I'll be looking for you. All right.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get back to you, man, and I just know it's been a while since I ain't called, but I got back in here tonight.
All right, appreciate that too, Johnny. All right, fam. See you Tuesday.
All right.
Night,
all
Johnny.
right, y'all be good.
You too.
All right, good night.
Thanks, Johnny. Eric from the Emerald City. Come on in, E.
What is going on, Ronbo?
Eric, man, just back in time for football to start. Well, I think OTA is getting pretty much underway tomorrow. And so, just got in. You made it. Ho! Looking forward to this season, Eric? Well, that's going to be crazy.
Definitely. I would love to have ripped the games around, but then again, at least we get to go someplace warm at the end of the year.
What are you going? You gonna play in Miami?
No, we're going to you guys.
Oh, you said the end of the year. I'm not memorizing the schedule. I know we start the season with. Do we start the season with the Hawks and end the season with you as well?
That you do, too. That you do.
Schedule makers are hilarious. When's the last time that even happened? Start the season with an opponent and end the season with an opponent. I don't remember that ever happening.
What I do know is that it's going to be a very fun season this year. I'm so glad for you guys' sake that Brock and Fred got re-signed.
Yes.
Because now everyone's going to be there. Everyone's happy. And you guys don't have to worry about anybody holding out or anything like that.
Right. Media reports every day about the situation the 49ers are enduring. most of it is probably their fault, and it's just Niners, and they got through this time quickly. No fooling around. Stop putting things in the contract that you know are going to draw negative feelings. Just don't. There's no need for that.
Yeah.
Write it in a situation.
I mean,
Brock was cool.
Yeah. At least now everybody's gonna be able to be there, and there's gonna be no drama.
Yeah. Drama hurts your team too. No matter what anybody says, when you got camp holdouts lingering all the way into mid to late summer, it affects the team. It really does. As we've proven that every time. Every time we've had a holdout, it has caused a problem. God.
Yeah.
So,
hopefully Brandon hopefully at some point early this year healthy, because he's one of those guys. When he's on, he's on.
Yeah, he makes a difference. Amazing route runner. And he and Ricky together out there would have been great as far as route runners. Jennings doing the Jauan Jennings. All those guys run pretty good route. JJ doesn't get enough credit for his route, but he's a hard cover too. They start double teaming him toward the end of last season, which speaks volumes for his prowess out there. So, the 49ers are going to be interesting full force. We may not see them full strength this year, though. I worry about BA. Hopefully, sports medicine has evolved as it keeps on doing, and BA, we'll be looking at BA saying things like, you never know, they just ripped that knee to shreds last year at this time. Oh, if we could just say that. You guys, Eric, your defense is getting, there's a lot of good things said about that defense, Eric. Oh, man.
That's great.
I'm concerned with your offensive arsenal was. I tell you, it could be an interesting game that first week, Eric. I'm not running any smack about that first game. I don't know what you guys look like. You guys handed us a loss last year at the end of the season, so that's going to be tough. And you got rid of the problem child. Your offense could even be better without DK.
I was actually one of the only ones who was actually happy when they got rid of him, because as you guys heard me say time and time again, it was the antics. It's like all the extra stuff.
Yeah, it's too bad.
He did.
Yeah, he's such a talent. There's a and Eric, it's usually wide receivers. 9 out of 10 times. I'm trying to think of another position where you see this kind of thing, but it's usually the wide receivers that are always cutting up and putting on a sideshow, saying things in the media they probably shouldn't be saying. Just no respect for the game. Wide receivers, a lot of times I really think they do believe they're bigger than the game. And so they do the things that they do. But the sad thing is your best wide receivers have this kind of mindset. Yeah, Cooper Kupp's an anomaly. Kupp's it's a damn good receiver. Even if he is a Ram, the guy can play.
Yeah.
Who else? See, you can't.
You
got to think about it.
Yeah, I think Cooper actually is a Seahawk now.
Yeah, he is. With Coop, it's his health. His body's starting to not take those. See, football does that. After a while, he could be. Coop would come out of the gym just glistening like Mr. America. As soon as you take a good bop or two, now all of a sudden you're stretched out, and the doctor's telling you, yeah, it's going to take a while. We're going to have to do the surgery now, and hopefully within 3 weeks you can start rehab. 3 weeks? Doc, it's mid-season. What can I tell you? This is the best I can do. The body's got to have time to heal. And then they go back out there and tear it up again. So, professional sports scary, Eric.
so forth.
I mean, all levels.
Yeah, I mean, that's always bad when that happens.
I mean, NBA, even baseball, you see guys getting ripped up nowadays. It's just frightening stuff. Eric, always a pleasure. Hey, I'll be back Tuesday. I'm serious.
All right, bud.
Have a great night. Appreciate
Okay,
you.
bud. Hey, I've missed you, pal.
Oh,
I've
thanks.
missed you.
I missed you too. Thanks, Eric.
Bud.
All right,
Have a good night, buddy.
Night. Hey, let's go out to New Mexico and Lorenzo. Hey, Lorenzo.
What the fuck is going on, Ronbo?
Nothing now, man. It's all ironed out. I'm hanging it up in the closet. It's looking all pressed out.
You know, I was busting on you a little bit, hoping you're all right. And I was like, oh, fuck.
No, I was worried about that. I didn't want anybody to think anything
I was
happened.
like, okay. God damn, I don't think he's going. I think he's mixed up with Diddy. I was thinking, you know, all this stuff, you know.
Did he? Yeah, because it's all every news, everybody's news outlets all over the place are talking about Diddy. My God, Diddy? They said, is that true?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. If I can remember, I hope Uncle Rudy didn't fucking like ambush him or something, you know.
Lorenzo, I was worried about any 49ers that may have been on that list. I says, you know, that list is huge. Huge. Was any I just kept waiting.
Yeah. You know, I feel on the Diddy list.
Oh, yeah, right?
No, and I hope Ronbo didn't get fucking busted sitting in some fucking baseball.
Can afford Diddy's parties, man. Nobody can afford all that. You got to bring your own. You got to bring your own lotion. Diddy, so sick. God, some of it ain't funny though. You know, he abused a lot of kids. But
yeah, but you can make it. Anyways, yeah, I feel good about our team, you know.
Yeah, you know,
way good. Yeah, cause no bullshit this year.
Yeah, and they're younger, and maybe they won't get hurt so easy. But you know, the wide receiver.
But we got a solid base, you know.
Yeah, what?
We have a pretty solid. You know, core. You know.
Yeah.
We have and some very promising rookies or second year. You know.
They got the leadership they need, as you mentioned too, because you got a lot of veterans in the core of this team, so they can learn how to be pros real quick. Which is
because you got like a lot of young guys that could, you know, they got something to prove. You know, like Tariq Owens. I mean, he's on the team, second year.
Nothing's been said about Tariq. We'll see though next week or so, because they haven't really done any drills.
Yeah,
but they will.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about that Nair guy, Isaiah.
Hey, doesn't he sound special?
Yeah, he's a fucking specimen. Jeez,
huge.
Like 6'4". Yeah, long arms. He's
wingspan.
He's fat. Yeah, vertical 48-inch. Yeah, just like
jeez. And he's got speed.
But yeah, I think he just started playing late or something. I don't know what the hell his deal was, but I'm excited.
I know, right? Isaiah Nair.
We got Fred. You know, we got some promising second-year linebackers. You know.
Yeah, Stone, and we got that linebacker Stone Blanton. We'll see about him. That's a tough guy. Corey Kiner.
Yeah, I'm excited until proven. Yeah, I'll talk shit till proven wrong. You know.
You got it right.
Fuck them Cowboys. Fuck you. You know. Shit, what you got? Man, like shit in 20-some years. You know. Fuck you. Fucking this is our year bullshit.
You know. Still doing the same. And Jack Jones does not get it.
Yeah. Trent Williams in training camp, 100% turnout. You know.
No, right? When was the last time we had that?
Yeah.
Lorenzo, we've been years.
Bosa even came back from his what he normally does he trains out for as long as he can, you know, with his brother.
Oh yeah,
they kind of like they're on a serious mission, but with no pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure whatsoever. Just what? Yeah, I think we're gonna be. We're gonna surprise the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, I think so.
As long as they're
put 'em off.
as long as they're healthy. And Ayuk, the first 4 games we got. It's not like.
Yeah, Ayuk
we
makes a difference.
we probably come at least. Yeah, we got Seattle.
First.
At Seattle, then New Orleans should win. Yeah, New Orleans nobody. Arizona at home. In Jacksonville.
Oh man.
And then you get back that. Then you get back that other receiver. That was it, the Marcus Russell.
Oh yeah.
He had 4 games.
Who started having a drink before getting caught. Lorenzo, you know what? I got no sympathy for dudes in the position they're in to run that risk. If you got a drink, then tell your boys to take you home or take a Uber. Do anything but jump in your car and get pulled over and let Roger Goodell find out about it. You damn fool. Oh, I just got
Yeah. But he's supposed. He plays serviceable anyway, from what I understand. I like the competition. I like the competition in the young guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
they'll be
Jauan
hungry.
is probably going to prove himself. Yeah. And that little Upton Stout, he's got a wingspan on him. For 5'8", he got 72 inches or something, 6 foot, I think, a little over 6 foot.
Is that the read on him? Because
he's got. Yeah, so I'm excited.
3. He's got something to offer. Round 3, that's serious. So yeah.
Yeah, come out of nowhere. Pretty weak schedule too.
See, Lorenzo, I worry about that. They call teams soft, weak schedule. That scares me to death. Every time we do that, every year we've had that happen.
No, this is a weak ass schedule we got.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure that's last place everybody, right? I mean, which one is going to blossom? Maybe one.
Yeah.
25%. That's going to turn it around and shit, they're world beaters. No. Now we're going to be the last place.
Yeah. We start out with the Hawks. The Hawks are not going to be chumps. Max, okay, let's put it this way. The division teams are going to be a battle. This is the way it is when you play division teams.
Yeah.
Everybody outside of that is another story, though. So playing the Saints, I don't mind playing the Saints.
All right.
Saints got all kinds of
problems.
problems.
We'll be all right as long as we're 500 by mid-season,
Yeah.
I think once they start gelling a little bit. But I'm excited about that size on defense. Every one of them guys is like, they're all quicker than shit. Under, there's 10-yard splits.
Rizzo, it's going to be a good time in that D. We got to go, fam. Hey, I'll be back Tuesday.
Hey, good to hear you, man.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that baby oil. All right.
Rizzo's been following that case. Night, Rizzo. Pretty soon it's going to be Diddy time. Hey, yo, Delvin. Delvin.
Hello?
Hey, Delvin.
Hello?
Hey, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey, Ronbo, what up, man? What's going on?
Damn it, man. We just sit back here looking at what's going on in the 49ers because, the team it's been a little bit doctored up. Put some Band-Aids on it. Let's get ready to go into 2025. See what we got. Is it going to be worth the damn? Are we going to compete? Do we need more wide receivers? Damn it, man. I don't know, man. People look at the 49ers and say, the 49ers ain't got no wide receivers. Why do they want to disrespect the whole receiver room? I could see them saying things like the 49ers could probably use another veteran to cover for BA or something. 49ers wide receiver room is the weakest unit on their team. I mean...
Ronbo, honestly, I really look at it like this is truthfully. I look at it, legitimately, and I feel like BA, this is his first injury. Like he's never really been hurt before, and
seriously.
he's got a major injury. Like he got injured in 2 places, not one.
I know you saw that.
I mean,
slow mo.
So it was really bad.
So it's going to take some time, even though we saw clips of him, getting married and him actually walking around like he was, like looking like he's ahead of schedule. But as far as us seeing him, what he's really able and what he could do, that's going to be a question mark. Mm-hmm. So, and then, everybody's happy about Ricky Pearsall and what he's shown. But let's be real. I mean, he got shot in the chest. It's a blessing.
It really is.
My God, it's truly a blessing that he's actually doing what he's doing.
Yes.
It's amazing what he's doing. But, honestly, realistically, and it just happened a year ago. So, I mean, he could have a setback. You just don't know. So you need to have somebody there to just to try to answer the bell. Of course, Jauan Jennings, he stepped up because he's been balling out, like crazy.
Sure.
I mean,
he took it on himself.
He put all the weight on himself.
Yes.
To actually
carry the
team, to carry the team, to continue to have the cream of the team at the top of the crop. As far as him being the MVP for the Super Bowl, running up, and every bell and whistle that he had to doggone ring and do, he did, and he wasn't even expected to do it. Mm-hmm. He wasn't, and he's done that. So I give him his flowers, and trust. That we all know, just for actual legitimate standpoints, we need another receiver in the room just for that purpose. The fact that, when it comes to our 49ers, it's just like something comes out of left field somewhere, some way, somehow, and we need to have a backup plan.
Who you got? I
mean, it don't have to be a star receiver. It could be somebody coming up.
Okay.
But us as the Niner Empire, we always have somebody coming up. I mean, we actually have somebody that on the defense that I believe he's a secret, Ronbo.
Which one?
His name is almost exactly as yours. His last name is Green. It's Rolando Green.
Renardo. It's an N.
Rolando. Yeah. When I think he's going to be a secret on the defense. That's going to be like a secret defensive player that's going to come out and he's going to show out.
Damn. Robert Saleh loves him. Saleh considers one of his top defenders already. Yeah. And he didn't even play with him yet.
Exactly.
I saw it last
year.
There
are things there. I saw it too. There are things that are there are things that are underneath the radar that people don't know. That we got some players and some balls that they just waiting to get their chance. They just waiting to get their moment.
That's why it hurts me so bad. Mustafa's got to miss this year because Renardo and Mustafa, that was two of the best picks the 49ers have done in a long time. And Mustafa got hurt. I said, damn it. Renardo and him and Malik was going to kick some ass this year.
I love Mustafa so much, but I agree, and I saw the way that and it's just, he's got to learn. It's just that simple. He just got to learn, the way he plays, he's all in, and he goes in 100 like
all the time.
Yeah,
and
heat-seeking
missile too. I mean, if he's got you lined up and got that lock on you, you are going to get hit. And I mean, he'll go past his own guys to go get you. And he's so quick.
He hits people like he's from the doggone 1994-95 season. He
Bam!
don't. Yeah, he.
Ronnie Lott and him would have been crazy.
He is people. Yeah, he is like he's from the old school. He's not about this flag football stuff. That is not him. No. And it's a curse and a blessing at the same time because you love the passion that he has, but it hurts him.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Filthy Casual points out Upton Stout. I think he might be cut out of the same cloth as Renardo. I got a feeling about him too. They got a similar size.
Yeah.
They have a similar skill set. That's going to be interesting to see. Upton,
Definitely.
Renardo,
Definitely.
and Diamador. Oh yeah. Let's see what else we got.
Definitely.
Still.
And I don't even like to really. I mean, as far as this Brock Purdy news and this mess with social media, I just pull my hair out because I'm like, okay, you got Dak Prescott. He's the highest paid quarterback in the doggone league. Like, I mean, Brock Purdy has done
more in 1 year.
Way more as far as accomplishments. He's actually gone way further than Dak Prescott, and it is insulting the fact that he's the highest paid quarterback, but at the same time he doesn't have nowhere near the doggone success that Brock Purdy has had, and they sit up here and talk about what Brock Purdy should make and what he hasn't made and how much he deserves to make.
It's all blasphemy, devil. We got to stop though.
It don't make no sense.
No,
and then
it'll make sense.
But I leave it with this though. I leave with this, Ronbo.
Okay.
They want to talk about how much Brock Purdy is making now versus what he did when he came in. He came in the league, wasn't making no money. So I put it like this, Ronbo. Now that he's actually got this contract and he's making money, he's so humble. Maybe he'll pull all of the farmers out of the red market, get the groceries to come down, and make the eggs worth actually buying.
Maybe. I like it.
Damn it. Hey, we got an American Pope for the first time from Boston. It's a new day.
Damn it, I love your conversation and energy. We got to roll up though, fam. We're way over. Let me see you Tuesday, Delvin.
Love you, Ronbo. Love you, Ronbo. I love the Nighter Empire.
Thanks, fam.
I love you, Ronbo, and I love the Nighter Empire. I call from Jacksonville. It be late over here on the East Coast. But I look forward to talking to y'all later. Have a good night.
Can't wait. You too, Delvin. Appreciate you, fam. Night.
Yo.
It's Delvin. That was a good time. And we go back out to the East Coast. It's Raymond.
What's up, Ronbo?
Raymond, you know how we used to bust out? We talk about what was more important, the defensive line or the cornerbacks. But now we're always on the same page. And I bet you got the how you feel about the wide receiver room, Raymond? Is that going to be something we have to keep in the hospital until the season starts? What do you think?
I think we're going to be just fine, man. I think we need to let Pearsall do his thing. I haven't even been worried about it, man. I'm ready for the playoffs, Ronbo.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Everybody, yes, because I'm just being realistic, man. We got the worst schedule in the world history since about probably the past 15 years. I ain't worried about nothing else. We got half a replacement. I don't know because the kid looks small, but he looks good on tape, man. When the Nick Martin guy, that's my
linebacker.
That's my standout. I hope he could just do just a little bit better than Greenlaw by just staying on the field. Just being able to be on the field because Greenlaw couldn't even replace Greenlaw because he was always hurt, so he couldn't even replace his own self. So we got Juszczyk back. Yeah, we got Juszczyk back. Then we got a little slot receiver. A slot cornerback. You know what I'm saying? So and then we play trash. We got the worst schedule in the league. We going to the playoffs, man, and that's just how I'm feeling with it.
We
got basically our whole team returning from last year that played because everybody that didn't play got that we cut didn't play. So
See, that's why I meet that argument the same way you do. I said, man, y'all talk about them people like they was on the field every week doing all kind of stuff. Most of the time they were laid up. Okay, so I mean, he said that's why. But Raymond, they say to me when I say that, that's why y'all got your ass whooped. Well, that's not the only reason.
But that's not true either. We still got one guy. Yeah, that's not true either. We was in damn near every game. We had the Vikings on the ropes. You know what I mean? We had a lot of problems in the kicking
Yeah,
game. We got
we couldn't
problems
finish.
everywhere. You know, everybody does. But guess what? We got an easier schedule in the league, man. Stop playing with me. We just better not throw Travis Hunter the ball. Get him no interception.
I
Because
know.
we play the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know, but other than that, we going to the playoffs, Ronbo.
I forgot about that, though. We're going
Yeah,
to
that's where
Travis
I'm
Land.
focused at. I'm looking at his schedule. I'm like, my God, you know, you can't underestimate anybody. Yes, it's the NFL any given Sunday, but come on, man, we should be in the playoffs. We could easily go 12-5, 13-4.
In fact, anything less is unacceptable. I agree. But, you know, I mean,
We're
some of the
playing against teams that don't even have a quarterback. That's just drafting quarterbacks. You know what I mean? We should be all right. You know, and I'm saying if we lock in, you know, I want to see that linebacker do good, man, and I'll be good with it because the little. Remember I told you about I wanted to see if because the NFL got all the fast running backs and those shifty wide receivers, if we could get like a safety type of linebacker, and look what just happened. They just picked that. That Nick Martin dude, he's small.
Yeah,
he looked like a safety. He looked like a safety.
Well, he be moving though. I mean, you watch his clips. That boy, he is quick.
I watch.
That's the advantage you get with them kind of
safety.
guys. Small, but he's got coordination and speed.
Right. That means he could probably stay with. He's probably going to be able to stay with those running backs coming out of pass happy NFL.
Oh yeah.
So, I want to see. I can't wait to start whooping some tail, man. You know. But man, I just called to touch bases with you because you, man. Shout out to you and the platform and the people that do your production and stuff, man. Because you consistent with it, man. Every week I'll be looking and I see a replay sometime. I'm like, look at Ronbo. He's still out here doing it.
Oh,
it ain't even football season. It's,
I
you know
love
what I
it.
mean? So, yeah, you don't never quit. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate that because I'll be looking for news on the Niners, and sometimes I get it from you and other platforms. But you are one of the ones that I look to because, you know, y'all be up late. And happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. Shout out to all the troops, you know, everybody that served for the country. You know what I mean?
This is the week
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yep.
Raymond, good call on that.
So I wanted to let that know, man. Appreciate the platform. And we going to the playoffs, man. Y'all better start thinking about that. Look at that schedule again, man.
I'm gonna go look at it again.
We're going to the playoffs, man.
Two of y'all got me starting that already because you know I'd be scared because every week we walk into a place, man. This team don't look like nothing up. Fourth quarter, see, I knew it. We got to win this game in the fourth quarter. It's not supposed to be like this, but you know what? We've had some situations where it was the 49ers' fault. Wasn't necessarily that team was all that good. It's what we just not playing. We played down to their level. That happens.
If we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, we should be all right. And what are they doing with this Moody character, man? Because this guy right here, man.
Oh, see that?
I don't want to. I can't deal with this dude, man. He's still giving me a headache. That's the one problem I got. We still got him on the roster. I don't know what he's doing there.
Yeah, he's got to win the job. I understand they got a guy in camp that's going to check him. If they go back and forth, whoever wins. And Jake, third round or not, man, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.
You got to go, yeah. You got to go. But that's it. You know, I got a box for him ready. You know, his name on it and some tape so he can empty his locker out. You know, because I'm ready for him to roll out. He missing kicks. I just got flashbacks to that stuff, man. Like, come on, man.
God, wide right.
You know?
Oh, and Jake, you miss the same way all the time. What do you do in practice? That could be an easy adjustment for you to make.
I watched film on that defensive tackle we picked up too, man. He looked pretty good.
Alfred?
That defensive tackle we picked
Collins?
up. Yeah, Collins, I think his name is. Yeah.
That's a big man. I'm worried about big guys like that get hurt a lot. Hopefully he isn't one of those. You know that's Trent Brown's cousin, right?
It's whose cousin?
Trent Brown. Or the Trent Brown we used to have.
Oh, don't worry about him. If his body hold up, he'd be all right. Trent Brown right there going to coach him up. And then, like I said, that linebacker got Fred Warner, who is the best. Okay, I'm going to say that again. The best linebacker in the league.
Ain't no doubt about it. Can't get no argument.
I think we're going to be all right. Yeah. In case anybody want to argue that point,
come see
Fred Warner, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Raymond, good hearing from you, fam. I'll be back Tuesday, and that is a promise.
All right. Shout out to the Niners, man. Go Niners, man. Shout out to you and your dedication to the 49er family,
Thanks,
Ronbo. I appreciate that. All right.
Thank you.
Salute to the platform, man. Go Niners, man. We
Thanks,
out here.
fam.
Playoffs, you heard?
Right.
All right, peace.
There he goes. Smooth. Get in there, Smooth.
What's up, Mr. In Action?
I mean, people accuse me of being at the Diddy trial. I said, man, why I need to be at the Diddy trial?
Man. If you miss it one more day, I was gonna put on APB.
Well, you know, I should have messaged you on because I noticed you got a Twitch account or Twitter account. I should have went on over there and hit you up.
Right.
So you know.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I wasn't really worried though, bro. I know you were solid. I know you're solid.
Yeah, I'm still doing a million things
You're
all
soldier,
day.
bro.
Hi, nigga.
was that Ellis? Anyway, no, Ellis would never do that. Smooth, come on in, fam. Hey, the wide receivers.
Wide receivers. Okay, I got it. I'm glad you hit on that. What you want to know?
I want to know. Are we going to be okay?
My take?
Yes, please.
No, we're not going to be okay. And I'm going to tell you why we're not going to be okay.
Okay.
Brandon Ayuk, he'll probably miss, let's see, September, October, maybe middle October, probably end of October. He'll be back. Jauan Jennings, he's going to be our number one. And he's going to be number two, to be Ricky Pearsall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to be Ricky Pearsall. Then we're going to have Jacob Clowney. He picked up a lot of weight. He's solid now. You see his body?
I know. I just heard about it. I'm gonna go look at some pictures.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody, Kiddo and all of them talking about he put on the weight that he needed, so he's gonna be solid. DeMarcus Robinson, they've got from the Rams, he's gonna miss 5 games. He's gonna be put on DI suspension, so he's going to be out.
You heard how many games? It's gonna be 5.
It may be 5. It may be 5. They still debating it's gonna be 3 or 5, so it all depends, on Ordell. So Roger Ordell. But then after that, the rookies, they got Jordan Watkins. Watch out for him. And so the Niners have actually, since Purdy said he wanted to break the bank and we'll give Niners some money so they can bring other people in. So the Niners right now, since all that happened, the Niners right now in salary cap, they have $43.16 million.
Who knew?
In cap space. So they can do anything they want to do.
And signed everybody.
So it's 2 wide receivers I don't mind them bringing in. One is Mari Cooper and one is Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is 33 years old, but he's still in his prime. And last season he had 70 catches for 744 yards. And that was under a first-year quarterback. So he's out there still. And he's a cane mover, one-on-one. Can't nobody deal with him one-on-one. So he's solid. Red zone threat. So those 2 right there, Mari Cooper and Keenan Allen, they should snatch one of them up. And then if I have, go ahead.
Because you mentioned some of the rookies. What are you expecting out of Jordan Watkins? Because you did mention him a minute ago.
Yeah.
How do you like
and
Jordan?
And we dropped watch out for Virgin. And Virgin, too. Virgin's 4.37 guy, but he's going to come in as our kick return specialist. And he had 8 touchdowns in kick returns. Yeah, Virgin, yeah. So that's our specialist. So that's going to be specialist right there.
Sorry about that.
Hello?
No, I'm here.
Oh, that's all right.
Production was cutting that out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So he's going to take that job from Trent Taylor. So Trent Taylor, he's probably be cut or they put him on practice squad. And let's see who else I have here. Oh yeah, Upton Stout. Watch out for him. Watch out for him, and watch out for our linebacker, Kevin. Who is that?
You're not talking about Nick Martin?
I mean Nick Martin.
Yeah.
About Kevin.
Yeah, everybody's waiting on Nick.
Yeah, Nick Martin. Watch out for. He's going to steal a job. And I watched his interview. He's pumped. He's ready. They say, "What do you think about how you gonna come?" He said, "I'm looking to start day 1 next to Fred Warner."
I like that attitude.
Because winners
Winters, he still needs some seasoning, bruh. He still ain't getting it.
Yeah.
So he's going to take that job. He's going D Winters. He's going to take that job because if that's a fact, if he's doing good, we would need. Yeah, I mean, I can tell.
No,
I don't know, like,
if Robert Saleh had all the confidence in him, yeah, we wouldn't have got Nick Martin. Could have used something else for that.
Yeah,
Nick,
yeah. Yeah, so Nick Martin, yeah, and they talking about, my friends talking about, Nick Martin, look how small he is. No, bro, the boy is solid. Look at him without the T-shirt. Boy is yoked.
Yeah, what is Nick
weigh? Hey, man. Nick, he's 190, something like that, 190.
Whoa.
Almost 200, something like that.
Nick doesn't go over 2? Well, you know what? You're right.
Yeah,
I thought he's at least. Yeah,
But see, he's gonna be bigger than that because look, it's not even September and August yet.
Yeah, he can beef up.
And then the training. Yeah. So I'm not even worried about that, bro. And we got the weakest schedule in the whole NFL.
I know everybody's talking about that except me. I'm still, I don't take no team for granted, boy. I mean,
hey, I know it's the NFL.
Yes,
you can't sleep on nobody. That's why we're gonna be on our game. And the way everybody talking, they ready. And and all the rookies we brought in, they had a schedule. They already learning at a fast pace.
According to Brock Purdy, he's loving that wide receiver room.
Oh yeah. Brock Purdy can't wait. Brock Purdy got a chip on his shoulder, and he hear all the noise and all that. So they're just using that as fuel for fire. So
he does. Overpaid.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
And
yep. Jordan Watkins out of Mississippi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Jordan Watkins. He's 5'11", 196 pounds.
It's a good size.
Yeah.
Because you got to be physical in the NFL because it's a physical game. If the DB can clown you coming off the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long day. So yeah.
I got you. Wait, one more. I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me
real quick.
Every time I say I'm wrong, okay. Nick Martin, I'm looking right now. He's 5'11", 221.
Yeah, I feel better about that.
4.53 speed. Yeah. My bad. I was thinking about. I keep got this other
You ain't never had no bad.
That's
you always know. You just get your notes crossed up sometimes.
Yeah, but I always like to correct myself. Though I don't want nobody hanging. Oh, he lied about that. No, ain't nothing fake about me, baby boy.
Damn right, smooth.
I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind, man. I'm on my grind.
Awesome to hear from you.
So when you be back home?
I'll be Tuesday looking for you, man. Yeah, I ain't coming. No more long gaps. Tuesday.
Hey man, all right. You don't come on Tuesday, I'm gonna call 911.
I don't blame you.
All right, everybody. Shout out to my faithful family. Shout out to the staff, and I'll see you Tuesday, brother.
Sure will. Appreciate you, Smooth. Have a great night, fam.
All right, I'm out. All right.
There he goes.
Sucker Free City, the Bay Bay. I'm out 415. All right.
I haven't heard that in a long time. Sucker Free City. Nice move.
Sucker Free City. Yeah. All right, man. Yeah. I'm out.
All right, fam. Hey, yo, Anthony.
What it do, Ronbo? What it do?
Anthony, man, we're standing up here, man, because we load the you notice we don't even talk about the defense. We know they're going to be just fine. But with the offense.
Ronbo.
Yes.
Last time I talked to you, Ronbo, what I told you about doing all that crime, man?
No. I believe in offense. I believe in the wide receiver room. I just wonder.
Ronbo.
There's a little tweak.
Ronbo, what I told you before the draft, Ronbo.
What?
I told you when you picked for this draft right here. I said 2025, 49ers defense, we're going to put everybody on notice. We're going to put everybody on defense. 2026, we will be in the Super Bowl, Ronbo. I bet.
Okay, see, you're thinking like me. Let's kick some ass this year. Let's not embarrass ourselves. And then at least we can say, look, that's a young team. And they did what they did. They barely missed. That was experience. Next year, they're coming for the goal.
Ronbo, you got to understand. We got to go through this season right here, 2025. Ronbo, it's just like test driving a car, Ronbo. You got to see what's the best product out there.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
I do.
And once you get it, then you know what to do with it. You know where to put them.
Yep.
You know the strength, you know the weakness. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I absolutely do.
That's why I say 2025, we're going to put everybody on notice, Ronbo.
Tell you, we got some great leadership, Anthony. I mean, the coaches on down. You got them veterans, some seasoned veterans, all pros throughout that lineup. There's no reason for the 49ers not to succeed. None.
Ronbo, let me tell you something about the linebacker that we picked up, Nick Martin. See, I got all these sports channels, Ronbo, so I get to hear people talk. You see what I'm saying? They were talking to the coach when Nick Martin was in college. Get what he said about Nick Martin.
What?
He's smart enough. He can play the mic and the wheel, Ronbo.
Oh, I like that. Because he's going to play next to man, that's, yeah.
He said he can play the mic and wheel. He said because he done had him in mic and wheel before, so he's smart enough. To know what he said, he know what's going on the field, Ronbo.
Hey, football IQ is very important, especially at that position.
Yeah. And he fast, Ronbo. I heard somebody say he weighed 100. Nick Martin weighed what, 221?
Yeah, Smooth. He came back 5'11", 220. Smooth. He corrected himself. Yeah.
Yeah. He weighed 221. He the one he put what, Ronbo? At that height, Ronbo putting up 21 reps on the bench, Ronbo.
No, already 5'11", 220. That's a perfect center of gravity. If you can carry that kind of weight quickly, oh, that's a menace.
And he quick. And for us, the wide receivers we got, Ronbo.
Tell you.
Ricky Pearsall, I know. One of the callers before Smooth talking about Ricky Pearsall could have a setback. Ronbo, let me explain something to you, Ronbo. Ricky Pearsall, yeah, he got shot in the chest, Ronbo.
No, that was Delvin.
Setback now, Ronbo. Ronbo, all players on setback now. Man, be dead. Think about it. Just think about it, Ronbo. He done been out there, been taking hits. He been in the weight room, pumping iron, Ronbo. Now, you know for yourself, Ronbo, you pumping a lot of weight, Ronbo, coming down on your chest, Ronbo. See what I'm saying, Ronbo? Ricky Pearsall,
a lot of tissue for that bull to get through.
Yeah. Ricky Pearsall, now bucked up. Jauan, now bucked up. Jauan came in the league weighing 171 pounds, Ronbo.
Who?
Jessica Jauan came in the league weighing 172 pounds, Ronbo.
Damn, that's scary.
He done put on 15. Ronbo, he done put on 15 pounds. Now he weighs 187, Ronbo. That's all he need with it. He not put on the weight that he needs to put on, Ronbo. He good.
Yeah, it's important to stay functional. Don't put on so much size you can no longer move because your athleticism goes down with every extra pound. A lot of guys, God.
They showed him out there running routes with Pearsall and Brock Purdy. Ronbo, he ain't losing nothing, Ronbo.
Yeah, Colin, yeah. And he probably knows how to eat and train. That's very important. That better be useful size. You don't need anything other than muscle mass. If you do anything else, you're slowing yourself down.
Like I always tell you, Ronbo, now that I watch the game, I'm a student of the game, Ronbo. Ronbo, let me ask you something. I'm gonna tell you something, Ronbo. Don't you realize I'm going back and watching a lot of our games. Don't you realize most of our interceptions came from Brock trying to throw Debo the ball. And Debo playing patty cake.
Bouncing off his chest, or he run around too slow, or timing's bad.
Yeah.
I know. God.
So now we got rid of Debo. we got to worry about Kyle building the game schedule around him.
Is it?
Forcing the ball, all this old miss.
And now he's got to do. I can't wait to see what it looks like the Commanders. Anthony, we got to pull up though, but because it's getting late. Tuesday though, I will not let us down. I'll be back. Let's talk some more.
Yeah, boy, you haven't Ronbo, you haven't word, man.
I'm sorry, fam. I ain't doing no more.
What Remember, I heard what you said earlier. You had me rolling, remember?
It's so bad. I hate
Somebody's
missing.
out there and did a trial.
I know, but you know,
I've been Ronbo on a trip.
in there wearing a ski mask in the summertime, trying to say, I was never at no Diddy party, no matter what he says, I was not there. Diddy's calling everybody's
Ronbo,
name.
you a trip.
God.
I was
Andy.
surprised you said no, remember? I'll holler, remember?
Diddy's
I didn't want my own legend to come in. I was Ronbo on a trip.
Andy.
I appreciate you, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, Anthony. Have a great night, fam. All right.
Thank you, Ronbo.
Night, Anthony.
Yeah.
I just realized. Hey, night, Anthony. Let's.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. 49 Brian says, hey, great one. Fathead of Purdy next to Montana? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's ride. You know, I got to wait. I'm still thinking it's got to be a Hall of Famer up there. That way I don't keep changing that. Because, I mean, if I don't, but Ron, take that down, man. That guy's wears these craps. I don't want to hear it, so I got to wait. I would love to put Brock up there, though. Hey, Tony.
Well, look who showed up.
Oh, with the cat drug in. Tony! You hear me messing with your ear?
Yeah. I've been listening to you guys. It's a great show today. It's pretty funny. But,
right. We're having fun. You probably know about Diddy.
So.
You probably know about Diddy all the way in Australia, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, what do you want? What do you mean you know about Diddy? You can't go past Kyle Shanahan inviting that stupid idiot Rick Ross who probably drugged him with
He's involved too. That's what made me laugh. I said,
all right. Not only that, he's a chump. He stole that name from the original dude, who's in my mind is a legend. His name's Freeway Rick Ross.
You know, in fact, there's going to be some more names called too. That's why I keep saying, you know, we got a lot of guys down through the years with the 49ers, high rollers. I wonder, they're not with the team now, but I wonder whose name's going to finally show up on that little ledger. Man. But anyway.
But he's an interesting, just like what do you call it, trivia stat. Ronbo, I heard you was talking about Aaron Rodgers and Brock Purdy. So I thought, you know what, I just looked up the last 10 games for both players. Brock Purdy's stats for the last 10 games last year were 14 TDs, 8 interceptions in the last 10 games. And Aaron Rodgers, last 10 games were 18 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions.
You know, he can play. I don't want him around the youngsters. You know, that kid in New York, the other wide receiver, he said, if Rodgers is going to stay, I got to go. Because they brought in another receiver, and I don't know what Aaron was talking to him about.
I would love to see, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers advocate for any reason, but just for comedy purposes, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers on the 49ers for 12 months, one season. Because I would love the press conferences. Carl Chokerham will be on there, and the reporters will be asking him questions. And Kyle, why are you so mad? You know,
because Aaron's doing what he wants to do. Hey, Tony, LaFleur had the same problem. Remember, him and Aaron had a problem in the beginning.
Your team's in first place. I'm the coach, not Aaron. Aaron does what he wants out there. He's not listening to me. Yeah, we're winning games, but I want to win games my way, not his way.
Come on, Tony. Kyle's not that kind of bad. You know what, though? I do wonder if Rodgers actually focused. You know, because Rodgers got a lot of spiritual things and weird things, and he's talking to Joe Rogan and saying all the wrong things the other day. I said, you know, Aaron, I mean, you seem to get bothered if the media focus is not on you all off season long. Every year, Aaron, is that really necessary? Why can't you just be normal one off season? Oh, it's been making they're waiting for you in Pittsburgh. Why don't you give him an answer one way or the other? No, he's got to drag him along. And I mean, God, he's annoying.
He hasn't finished doing his psychedelics yet. Once he gets through that stage, he'll make up his mind, Ronbo. Take it easy.
I keep telling people the man is doing some high-grade drugs. And the only way for him to act like he does, you need to be doing something. That's just strange. God.
Well, look on the bright. He's not running around killing people. You know what I mean?
Well, I can appreciate that. So, No, really, because in America, it's just... Good Lord. Driving cars into crowds, coming in, just shooting at everything randomly. We got so much mental illness in America. And I know what you're thinking. And it starts with Kyle Shanahan, doesn't it?
Well, look, Ronbo, the pot's on the stove. We've got the beautiful meat in there with a little bit of wine. We've got the beef stock. We've got the vegetables. We've got the carrots, the onions, the potatoes, and everything. It's just simmering away. All we're waiting for...
Don't forget the garlic.
All we're waiting for is what herbs Kyle Shanahan is going to put on it, which is going to determine whether it's going to taste beautiful or it's going to taste like shit. All right? And that's the 49ers team right now.
Kyle's not going to invite you over for Thanksgiving, because I can see you now coming there and seeing if Kyle's in the kitchen.
I'll throw a drumstick at him, Ronbo, even if he doesn't like me.
That's like Chef Ramsay. Oh, God, he kills me.
We know that our team, they have improved the team, Ronbo, on all sides of the ball. And what's that guy? I saw a little clip of that quarterback that we drafted, we got, and Isaiah Nair. He's 6'4".
I can't, and fast.
Yeah, he threw a long ball to him, a beautiful spiral, and this guy went out and got it. And I went,
Ran
wow,
right underneath
that was...
Yeah, he's got speed with all sides. You know what, Tony? I bet you, if I had to make a bet right now, I'd say Nair makes this team. We got a lot of wide receivers, but Nair's not going to be one of the guys getting cut. The 49ers would be just stupid to let all that potential go.
The thing is, we're doing the same thing that Shanahan does all the time. After the draft, he keeps drafting these old veterans and things like that. And then these young kids that are good, that have got speed, that have got talent, they don't see the field for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know what everyone's getting excited about. We've got, we'll see them in the preseason, and even if they play well, I bet you they don't hit the field. And that's a sad part.
Well,
that I don't like.
If he shows out in preseason, remember Kendrick Bourne did the same thing. Ronnie Bell, I don't know. Ronnie Bell, if you have a good preseason, Kyle's going to want to take a look at you, though. He is curious, usually. If you do a good job in preseason, Kendrick made it on the field in his first year. Ronnie made it on the field his first year. If Nair looks good, I think you'll see him on the field.
Well, I hope you're right, Ronbo, and I hope everybody else is right, because I'm really looking forward to the season. But, Kyle's not going nowhere this season or next season. I think next season, if he doesn't improve, we've got the same amount of draft picks and that'll be when his ass is on the hot seat. But you're not getting rid of this dude anytime soon.
And remember, Tony, you got backup guys that can also be the new coach. Tony, we're gonna go. Good hearing from you. let me see you
on
Tuesday. All right.
Not a problem. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa Dragon, the resident 49er bastard, 49er Brian. The rest, Smooth, the rest of the crew, and catch you in the next one.
Looking forward to it, Tony. Cheers, my man.
Cheers, brother.
It's Tony. Always a good time. Hey, Mr. Blockice, another Niner place said, get Amari Cooper. Thoughts? Mr. Blockice, 49 Brian says Amari just signed with the Chiefs. Can anybody confirm that? Is that right, Brian? It would make sense, actually. And now, we've not had it for such a long time. It's time for Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Latino Heat, Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, man, you know, it's the season about to get underway, man. I know you was taking a kicking back and relaxing for a minute, like you do.
Yeah, I was waiting for you when the season, the schedule came out. I said, "Oh, we're gonna have a good Ronbo show." I thought, okay, it's not.
Hey, Emilio, speaking of that schedule, man, you know, everybody's calling that a cupcake schedule, but see, I ain't playing with that no more. You know, I think we've had an easy schedule before and came out fighting our ass off week after week, winning games in the fourth quarter. Are you agreeing with that? Is that a cupcake schedule?
Hey, I like to say, you play who's in front of you. Doesn't matter if they're the best team or the worst team. We play who's in front of you. So I don't, you know, there's been teams that gotten the same treatment. So, hey, it is what it is. Rams fans can holler and cry all they want. And Seahawks fans, all of them can cry. I'm like, hey, if you don't win the division, I don't care how easy your game is or your seasons are. Make sure you win that division, because if you don't, oh, buddy, you don't want to give us the number one division. You don't want to give us the number one seed.
No. It means you just shouldn't have been there. You just got in there through the actually giving you a break. Let you be a wild card. Get your ass beat in the first round. I remember that year we was trying to back into the playoffs to the wild card. I said, man, I don't want to go to the wild card. Look what happened to us. We had a good run in that wild card season, but you played too many games. The Rams beat us because they were just wore out and beat up, injured.
Hey, well, like I said, it don't matter if when we play the Rams is not. They never just beat us. Easily. It's always a struggle for them. So
or something
thinking
we
they're
did.
going to just walk all over. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, if Debo didn't drop that pass last year and Ronnie Bell, we was as bad as we were. She still should have swept the Rams.
There's a good thing they're both not on the team no more.
I know. That's funny too.
I'm not worried about that. They're gone, and I gotta say, Debo was overpaid. Debo only had one good year on the Niners, and he was overpaid.
And he got paid.
And then he hasn't had anything else. Hey, thank you for your services, sir. And you go destroy the Commanders over there. You go do your thing over there.
And you know, because
at this point we don't need him. So hey,
he'll be over there styling.
He shit for what he did, but now time to move on.
And speaking of receiver rooms, how you feel about this one? I mean, we got some guys we don't know nothing about.
Well, yeah, they're all youngsters, which is good.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that.
I see people talking about Jauan. I'm like, Jauan, if he plays good, he's going to play himself out of a contract. Niners ain't going to pay for that.
How you going to do? You going to let him go?
You know, he's a great receiver. He's a great receiver. Niners ain't going to pay him. We already paying IU. Then you got to think about it. We got Jauan, Pearsall, and a few other rookies.
If he's that good, though, I'm going to tell you, man, I want to get your opinion on this. I may think about trading Ayuk.
Ain't nobody going to trade for her player.
I mean,
even if you want to do that.
I mean, next year, if Brandon finally comes back and Ayuk is still showing, and JJ's still showing out like he does. JJ is amazing.
At that same time you do that, Jauan, either you're going to trade Jauan or Jauan is going to play himself out of a contract.
I'm keeping Jauan.
Anybody. Okay, I get that, but how are you going to, Jauan is going to want to get paid. He got a cheap contract the first time with it. He got a cheap contract. You would think if he doesn't roll out, you think he's not going to try to get the max?
No, he is.
Niners ain't going to give him that.
How you know?
So you think that's the reason they got rid of Debo. They already paid IU. They're not going to pay them unless they get rid of IU. That's not going to happen. They're not going to get rid of IU at this point.
But Debo started looking sorry. It was easy to let. It was easy to let Debo go.
I get that. I understand that, but it's just you got to look at where if Jauan falls out, he's going to ask for money. They already paying IU. They're not going to give this man a contract. You already got stuck with two receivers. They're not going to pay two. They already showed they don't want to do that. They already complaining about IU. Unless IU falls apart, they can get rid of IU. But Jauan, he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid somewhere else if we don't pay him. And I don't see us paying him.
You treat me like Big Show. Big Show knows when I really like a player, and he tells me how he's out of here.
I get that, but that's just more. This is just more logic. I would like to keep Jauan, but this is just logic. It's just too much. Yeah, like I said, we already paid IU. You see the situation we got with Debo. They don't want to do it again, and supposedly, quote unquote, Jed York doesn't want to pay nobody. So you
Okay,
really
but-
think he's going to pay Jauan?
Oh, I'm gonna get a second-round pick for him though. I can't get nothing less than a second-round pick. That's
No,
a good football player.
That's fine if you get something for him, but they're not going to pay him, man. That's just one of those things. You're not going to pay this guy.
I'm a franchise
Like I
tag.
said, he's going to play
The
himself
boy
out of it.
plays
He's
too
going to play
good.
himself out of his country. And that's going to be up to him if he wants that. If he plays good, let's just say he gets over 1,000 yards receiving,
He
right?
is.
You think? Well, I'm just saying. Let's say he does, right?
Yeah.
You really think that he's going to go for a minimum contract? No, he's going to get. This would be a
minimum
second
contract, but
contract.
give him 20 plus. Because I'm telling you, you're second on the ranking, but if BA comes back and still number one. JJ's number two. Well, Ricky, I don't know what Ricky Pearsall's going to do. Ricky could be number two.
But I get that you don't know what we're going to do. We have too many rookie receivers for him. That's just the thing. There's too many young receivers. Jauan is one of the older ones. If Ayuk is younger than him, so it's just like he's in that range where I can stay, but if I don't ask for that much money, I ask for too much money, I'm gonna go somewhere else and get paid.
Yeah.
It's just
even if it's
one of those things to give and take. What do you want to do? You want to go somewhere else and make more money, or do you want to stay in the Niners and get paid? And you got to think about it. Since he's been there, he's always been the third option.
Okay, man, you're killing me with this, man, because we ain't even there yet. Let's. Although they got to pay him something right now. They're talking
I get
to
that,
him right now.
This is just a lie. He's always been the number 3 receiver.
Yeah. Okay.
This is his first year. He's going to be number 1 just because Ayuk is not there, and he might be number 2.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those situations. He's going to play himself out of a contract. I'm just sorry to say.
There we go. Amelia got the
You
doing the
can
Grim Reaper night.
just see it.
We gotta go, fam. It's getting late. I tell you what. We'll see you Tuesday though, since you back. Season started. All right.
Yeah. Just one more thing. I'm gonna be out in New Orleans week 2.
Good. This time we go hook up too.
I got my tickets in my room.
All right.
So I'm gonna be there. All
right. It's gonna be a win.
Yeah,
too.
good night, man.
All right, fam. Thanks, Emilio. Night, fam. Mr. Block Ice, wide receiver 1, while Ayuk is out. Jauan the Don Dots. Hey, Mr. Block Ice, you're preaching to the choir, man. I've been a huge JJ fan since that Super Bowl. His capabilities shock and surprise constantly. That snatch he made against the Rams, the receiver's all up in Jauan's grill. Jauan, the dude's got the ball. Jauan's using his head to bring the ball up into his chest. Dude's been number 1 on my list since. What? Abusing a Ram? Oh, please. You know you got me as a buddy then. Charles, get in there. Somebody asked about Rams fans. Hey, Charles,
how's it
come on
going,
in, man.
Ronbo?
Hey, you know, I'm wearing. I brought you a Diamador Lenore T-shirt. I just need to mail it to you. Demo. Charles, but seriously, you know, the wide receiver room is the people looking at the 49ers and they don't want to say it, but they're noticing that the only thing that really is clearly a weakness with that team is a wide receiver room because of lack of Debo and Ayuk. You know, who else? Did we lose any other wide receivers? Well, we had a bunch.
Say it again.
I see, you know, observers are looking at the 49ers and they can't find anything to really get on about the defense. They can talk about Michael all they want to and what's his name being too small and linebacker. Nick is not too small. You can't really clearly see the difference or find anything wrong with the 49ers right now, right? So what do they do? Put the spotlight. All right. Hey, how about that wide receiver room? They lost Debo and Ayuk. They need to pick up somebody. Yeah. So, I mean, are you in agreement with that?
Oh, no, man. We got Ricky Pearsall. We've got Jacob Cowing.
And he's looking good, by the way.
We got Third and Jennings, man, and then we can fill it in outside of that, man. We got more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
We've got more than enough. It's Jordan Watkins.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to see him.
He's gonna come in and he's gonna do his thing. We got more than enough, man. We got speed and we got guys that are gonna be hungry. they're trying to make a name for, especially Cowing and Pearsall. So I'm excited.
Hey, and that Isaiah Nair, that long, tall, fast project. I'm telling you right now, Charles, if he makes a scene.
I don't know if he's fast. I don't know if he's fast.
I thought he was pretty quick.
He probably ran a 4.4, but he didn't. The competition he played against, he probably, he wasn't playing against the SEC team.
Yeah, he was in Nebraska. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
the thing is, so with that kind of size and hands, he could be a project to some degree. But
we can use him.
Yeah, I can't let him walk.
Can use him. Oh yeah, we can use him. Don't put him on a practice squad. Make him the 4th or 5th wide receiver. If I would say, make him the 4th wide receiver and give him 10 to 15 targets a game. I mean, you do that.
That'd be nice. I mean, that's a lot, actually.
His height and his body, man. His body. Man, they changed the dynamics of what we're trying to do. I mean, it's having him, plugging him in. I mean, it would be great. I liken him to. I know many people wouldn't agree with this, but I like him to J.J. Stokes.
I thought you were going to mention Randy. J.J. Stokes was pretty long. That's true.
Yeah.
J.J. made me mad so often.
When I first saw him, I said J.J. Stokes. That's what I think of him.
Tell you.
J.J. Stokes, he was all world in college, but when he came to the pros, he was
he got his butt beat.
I think the guy's a possession receiver.
Yeah. It happens. When you get the best of the best from the whole country playing in one league, guys who look good in whatever community they came from have to readjust, and sometimes they can't do it. So, and they still look good. But yeah.
But if he got with Jerry Rice and he start doing those hills like Jerry Rice, he could go from a 4.4 to a 4.3.
Work ethic. See, that's why champions and Hall of Famers are born. They don't ordinarily just develop into. JJ don't have that kind of drive. There's a lot of guys that just don't have that kind of drive. That's too much pain you don't want to endure. You want to come back and lay back and get it done with whatever they have. It doesn't work in the NFL or any other professional league. You want to stand up?
That's what was wrong with That's what was wrong with Debo. Debo, he had
exactly.
He had all the fame, but at the same time, he didn't stay as healthy all the time. He didn't stay as he didn't work out as much as he should have during the off season. But he still did his thing. He was our hero for many years. I'm gonna miss him.
He's a natural.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He was a natural. See, Debo thought he could eat all he wanted to and still get him play some good football. That's. Remember that one year he was doing yoga and he leaned out and got slim. He got fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then he got paid.
Oh yeah. He got paid to start laying up.
And went back to eating. Debo looked as big as a house when he left.
He took 6 vacations and then reported to training camp.
Oh. Charles, can you imagine? There you are. You and I are sitting there in the office as guys are coming in for OTAs, and I got a guy coming in looking like he's about 20 pounds overweight. The first thing I question is his real sincerity toward this game. And that would bother me. And now I'm watching him all the time. And every chance I get, I'm throwing another dig. Yeah, if you left sandwiches, you might have made that play, huh? All right, let's go. Run it back. Because I got to let him know I'm not happy. Yeah.
So, Ronbo, what do you think the record's going to be for this upcoming season?
I'm open for 12-5. Because we're liable to split with a couple of teams in our division. And then there's going to be them teams. Everybody says, we got a cupcake schedule. I say, I don't know about that. Every time you say that, there's going to be that team that's playing way above their head. Were we supposed to lose to the Vikings 2 years ago, Charles? They beat our ass with Sam Darnold. I didn't know Sam was. My God. Oh.
You know who's a rookie and has a really rough schedule?
Who?
The Titans rookie, the one that they drafted in the first round.
Travis? No, not Titans. I'm thinking about
no.
edge rusher.
What's the name? The kid from Miami.
Wait, did they?
The quarterback from Miami.
The quarterback.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, he went number one.
man, they got a rough schedule, man.
He's in trouble.
He's in trouble.
Every time a kid goes to an organization like that in his first year, I mean, he just gets his brains beat out. I feel sorry for him.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's like it's gonna. I hate that he went to the Tennessee Titans. You know, I hope they play who the quarterback they had last year, the garbage quarterback they had last year for the first 6 weeks. You know, so this guy can get some training because they don't need to throw him in there the first game of the season, man.
And let him get killed. Charles, I mean, see, it's always a pleasure talking to you. That's why I hate to tell you we got to go, but we're gonna be back Tuesday.
All right.
Looking for you. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Well, you have a good night. We love you.
Too. Thanks, fam. Charles.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, Ronbo.
Looking forward to it,
right.
Charles.
Bye-bye.
All right, fam. And here we go. Daddy P. Who is this? Hello?
What's
Daddy
going
P.
on?
Yeah.
What's
Daddy
happening?
P.
What's happening?
Oh, baby,
you can
sit
hear
back
me?
here. Yeah, I can hear you clearly now. Yeah, we're sitting there tripping on the.
What's going on?
Yeah, we just sitting up here tripping on. I'm tripping on the 49ers. You know, you look at up and down the roster. Nobody said anything about the offensive line because it's just going to be a given. The 49ers are going to bring you an offensive line, but it's only going to be maybe 50 on a scale of 1 to 100. And then they said the wide receiver room, Debo's gone, Ayuk laid up. That's their weakness right there. So now teams are going to be planning on how to work us now. They go stop the run. They go send a bunch of people in there. Ain't got to put anybody back for the wide receiver room. Put a couple of people back there. The plans are being made. I'm just hoping we upset everybody's plan. Do we need to bring somebody else in? Or do you think this wide receiver room may be a surprise? Some of the kids we got may be ass kickers.
Well. First off, what's going on, Ronbo? Love your show, man. I don't.
Thanks, man.
I don't usually catch too many lies. I just be moving and grooving, man. But I tore my Achilles right before my 50th birthday.
Oh.
So
yeah, just recently.
I'm doing a little bit of.
You be having now?
Yeah, my birthday. Yeah, my birthday was May 8th.
Daddy, that was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
So, playing basketball.
Oh, I know. Down at the gym. Yeah.
Not at the gym. We was playing some street ball. My cousin, my second cousin, had passed away.
Oh,
and so the family had all got together. We was getting ready to bury him. I actually tore my Achilles that Friday before the funeral.
Oh, no.
The funeral was that Saturday.
Did you miss it? Were you?
No, I still went.
You crutches, you can get over there. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. That's terrible news. You got too much bad news all at once. Lost a relative, torn Achilles. Nobody deserves that.
It's life, man.
I know,
it's
right?
Life.
Oh.
It's life. Yeah. So, but I take solace. I have real good peace because he had cancer, so he was really suffering going through, and he ain't suffering no more. So I take peace in that.
Yeah. That'll make you feel better because he feels better.
Oh man, a lot better. But to answer your question, it never hurts if there's a really good option out there, right? We won't just say, oh no, we not gonna take nobody if I don't know, angel fell out of heaven and just was all like, here I am playing wide receiver. We ain't gonna pass it up.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So,
well, you got Amari Cooper. Somebody said Amari's not available anymore. He got signed by the Chiefs, but I haven't heard anything about that. But 49 Brian says so. And also, you got Keenan Allen out there. Keenan's 33, but he's a veteran at that age. If he's going to still do a good job, the youngsters can learn from him and things like that. I'm not going to be mad at that if they do. I don't know what they'd be paying him, though, because those guys get paid the big bucks.
Who would he be I mean, in style wise, who would he kind of be replacing? Because what I've noticed about Kyle Shanahan's offense, players he get that although they're versatile, they are specific for that position.
You got a good point.
They are very specific. Like Debo. Debo was a specific. He is going to get a guy. Ergo, we have Ricky Pearsall, who we've already compared to being Debo-ish. So
Well,
he
would you
was
say
already
Debo-ish, or
getting
would you say more BA? Because I thought the 49ers was worried about BA not wanting to sign last year, and they was already going to get rid of Debo. I think the 49ers plan on getting Debo for a while now. You get Ricky out there, and he can run routes. Because there's only one
Ricky
Debo.
out there, he can run routes.
Yeah.
He can run routes, right? No, and there's only one Debo. But who did Kyle use after Debo kind of went down in Debo's position?
Yeah. Jennings.
He had Jennings and he used Jennings and Pearsall. Pearsall ran some bubble screens and some of them sweeps plays.
And ran them well. Fam, you know what's really funny though? You mentioned replacing Debo. You know JJ's a combination of maybe a Debo and a little bit of Ayuk at the same time. He runs great routes. He's hard to bring down. You're right.
I agree earlier about Jauan Jennings playing out his contract, playing a contract.
Yeah, that's
unless BA gets traded. Now let's talk about BA first off. What is BA's timeline to come back? Possibly as early as October-ish.
Yeah.
October-ish. So
that's a full year.
Barring no setbacks, we're talking confident by November. So that's a season right there. So and because remember now he got to heal up and then get physically fit to be able to play. Then he got to get in football shape.
Yeah.
That's gonna take at least
a month,
a month.
Because when I first heard that report, Brandon Ayuk is reportedly having his knee is swollen. That same one he got repaired. And see, as soon as I hear that, I was here we go. He probably came back too soon. It's always a concern.
It's always minor things that go on with that. I mean, if he did what he's supposed to do and they work him right, he can make it back. I mean, he's very young. He recover. Yeah. But here's the thing. We forget to talk about that our offense was still ranked in the top 10.
I know.
Last season with all the pieces missing, okay? So a lot of times, first off, we all agree Debo didn't really play up to Debo or previous abilities. George Kittle kind of had a average kind of what he was doing. Jauan Jennings exploded. Ricky Pearsall wasn't even in football shape. The other guy mentioned, we all know he got shot. You got to remember there's also a little PTSD that goes along with that, getting hit on that side and even taking hits. So there was a little, so he got his first year in and we got to see him and he's going to develop. And the other guys that we had, Cowing and Conley and some of the other guys that got all inserted, the running backs, Garindo, and we still top 10 offense.
And that in itself says something. Daddy P, we ran out of time. You're having such a good time here. The clock just ran out. Listen, appreciate you, fam. This is the first time I remember talking to you. You saw your name. But listen,
we've talked before once. It's been a while ago. While ago.
Well, let's not let that happen
again. You probably
again.
saw my name at the time. Yeah,
I was enjoying that name. Like I think I laughed last time, didn't I? I love it. I'll be back Tuesday though. And
okay, I'm kind of late up. What time you be coming up?
That's right.
My notifications don't come up.
You got to kick back, so you can call back Tuesday because you're laying up anyway. Tuesday I'll be back. All right.
What time?
Around the same time, somewhere between. You on West Coast, East Coast?
I'm Central. Tennessee.
Okay, so somewhere between 6:30 and 7, West Coast. That's what for you was that like an hour later. maybe?
No,
Yeah.
that's if you West Coast, so that's 2 hours behind
Okay.
me. So I'll be
So
back
and then you go
8
9
o'clock my
o'clock time.
time.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right, fam. Be looking for you. Now. Be careful with that. Rehab safely.
You
Since
too.
it's just fresh. All right, fam. Night,
All
Daddy
right,
P.
brother.
Appreciate you, fam.
Love.
Back at you. Night, fam. I see Papa J.
What's up, Ronbo?
Papa J, I mean, we're sitting. I've been on the defense mode for weeks now. I always take up some kind of a campaign. I'm on social media, battling people I know nothing about from all kind of teams. It's amazing. Not just Rams or in the division. This guy on X. We've been going back and forth for a week. Rudy doesn't take up all my time anymore. Usually I'm beating up Rudy all day every time I go to Twitch. And sometimes I get tired of beating him up. I just don't even go to Twitch because I know he's over there. What is wrong with him, Papa J? What is wrong with him? But anyway.
Oh, man. Well, actually, this leads up to a little story of mine, all right? What is wrong with people, right?
Yeah.
To begin with, last week, or last time I talked to you and we Zoomed together, I tried to tell you about Brock Purdy's minister, and I couldn't remember his name. And once we got off, I felt God telling me, dude, you couldn't even plug me in a little bit. You can talk about the Niners, but you can't talk about me and remember a little bit, So here's my spiel. I'm sorry, God. His name is Joby Martin from 11, the Church of 1122. Everybody, chat, listen, chat. You guys got to check this guy out. You guys got to go there. He's a great minister. And the story that I'm leading up to, what happened to me, what's wrong with people, I was at a bus stop, and this guy, he came up to me. He said, "Hey, do you think this bus can take me to the hospital?" And I said, "No, dude, this is an Amtrak bus, a Greyhound, bus. There's no way they're going to take you." He's all, "How about if I give him this ticket?" I said, no, that's the wrong kind of bus pass. I said, it's not going to take you there. And then he showed me another one, and I was like, no, man. And this is not a joke. This is the truth. Finally, the bus stopped, and he went to the bus driver, and the bus driver said, "No, I can't go to the hospital. I can't." And I asked him, I said, "You have an emergency. Do you need me to call 911?" And he said, "No, I have my phone." He said, I just, there's something wrong with me. I think I have demons. And I said, "Oh." And, chills went up my back and everything, man. And I was, I was at a point that I felt like I wasn't prepared, spiritually. I wasn't prepared. It's not like I could do an exorcism anyways, but, the only thing that I could tell the guy is, listen, there's so many churches here. We're surrounded by churches. Just go to one of them, because that's something a doctor can't help you with,
True.
And chat, listen to me. Go to church. Go to any kind of church, that's spiritual, that can help you in any way to reach what you need to reach to. That's God is the only answer, and I'm telling you, He gives lots of answers. And if you're not and if you don't find a church for yourself, at least go look for a church for our offensive line, because we need people to.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I've been doing that for a long time, actually. Every night before I go to bed. You don't need an institution to attend to a room. I sit there with myself and God having a conversation. Lord, if I'll behave, I'll do this, I'll do that. If I could just make this deal. Can you do something with that offensive line, please? Hey, Rudy, this is meant for you, too. You need to listen to all of this. You need to find Jesus. I've been telling Rudy that for years.
Sir.
God.
Man. Instead of having a taco truck, maybe you should have like a ministry truck, Rudy. But, if our offensive line can really take care of Brock, that'll give him enough time to, and when you were talking about wide receivers, right? Wide receivers. If our offensive line can give Brock enough time and our wide receivers to get open, we're going to do great this season. I think JJ's going to have a 1,400 yard season. I think Ricky's going to get to close to 1,000, if not more.
I got him at 8.
So is 8. That's a great.
Yeah,
that's
because
it's
his first year he's having real time on the field. So I give him 800 yards this year because he was just running clear out routes and things like that for the other guys on the field last year. I saw that, but this year it's going to be him. They're looking for to target.
Yeah, exactly. And Kittle's going to have a great one too. Kittle's going to be awesome.
George, yeah.
Again, and CMC is going to have a great season. I know he's been resting a long time and he's looking great. And I believe and I have faith that they're going to do great. And if all those guys have a great season, that means Brock Purdy is going to have a great season.
Yeah.
They all can't have a great season if and Brock Purdy have a terrible season. That's for sure, right? And I just have a lot of faith in our 49ers. And another reason that they're going to do great also is because we have such a weak-ass schedule.
I just see.
Rams and everybody else is going to be getting beat up every week, having to struggle and beat.
The Rams do not have an easy schedule. That's right. Because they messed around and ended up in the playoffs where they had no business being. And now they have a schedule to reflect their last year's success. I can't wait.
Yes,
they got to play the Eagles. And you know how the Eagles love to play the Rams.
Oh yeah, they have physically they're going to get beat up every week, and physically we're going to be okay because we don't have to fight tough teams, and that's going to help us in our health department too, and longevity too. Yes, sir.
Papa J, you're just too much fun, man. I tell you, I love that story. But listen, I'm gonna go. And Tuesday, I'll be looking for you, all right? Because you get in every now and then. I'll be here. Yeah, but I always see you on the chat.
Hey, I sent you a message on X, and you didn't respond. I was worried about
Hey, are you Papa J on X? A lot of times I don't know who it is.
That's me.
All right.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm going to get back to you. All right.
All right, brother. God bless everybody. God bless you, Ronbo. I'm really glad you're okay. And it was something that can be fixed easily, or not easily, but you know what I mean. All right, brother.
All right, fam. See you Tuesday.
Y'all take care. Much love.
Papa J. Hey, yo, Jeremy.
Hey, Rambo.
Jeremy, come on in, man.
Hey.
Every time I talk to you, Jeremy.
I heard that religion was speaking, and, I didn't come listen to preaching. That guy had mental illness.
Yeah.
Talking about demons stuff, that has nothing to do with church. That's mental illness. He needs some therapy and some medicine, and that guy be all right. Let's get on with football.
Jeremy, you know why I love talking to you? You remind me of Paul Feinbaum. Feinbaum, I love listening to his show. But Jeremy, a lot of times you see people that have lost it, and God might help. But they also need to take medication at the same time, because there's a lot of guys that are at a point of therapy where they actually do need something, So,
that guy needs some medicine. Talking about demons and stuff, that's schizophrenia. I know people that's got it. They think that guy's talking to them, or they'll walk up. They think they're Jesus.
Jeremy,
that's mental illness.
Jeremy, in San Francisco, if you've ever walked down Market Street, around Post, Stockton, that area, you will see guys holding entire conversations with themselves. I said for entertainment at the time, he's asking questions, he's answering questions, and then he'll step up on a box and say, repent, the world will end tomorrow. And we were sitting there, this is why people used to tell us as kids, don't do drugs to the point where you're out of control. At some point, it's going to permanent damages. So
well, it's medication. It's inherited disease. I got family members that got it. It's inherited disease.
Yeah.
and they just need vacation.
Yeah.
I just get off that. I think the 49ers going to do fine.
Yeah, that wide receiver. What do you think?
I think our receivers going to pick up. I think, normally it takes a second season like Ricky Pearsall to take off. Even Brandon Ayuk didn't get the first season. You got to remember he was in the black for 2 months.
He was in the doghouse for that.
For 2 years.
Yeah, him and Kyle had some issues.
Yeah. And Ricky Pearsall already took a step last year. Percy was saying he already sees a great potential in them.
Oh, yeah.
And Shanahan said, he's already took it off more than what he thought he would.
Because he didn't pick up quick. And he got hurt like he did.
So,
he came in mid-season.
Yeah. So we'll do fine. Hardy's got his contract. Our contracts our way. People can practice and still waiting on their contract and waiting to get started. And, knee replacements, they come pretty quick.
Yeah.
It used to be, reconstruction knee was career-ending.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
A lot of
now reconstruction knee surgery with the doctors and stuff we got now is no big deal. It's a big deal, but it's really not.
Yeah.
You're looking at something a year later, they're ready to go.
Yeah. Because
I figure he'd be back by the first month of playing.
Or second, he got hurt in October.
First game. Right.
Yeah.
He might be back, first week.
That'd be incredible. But you're right.
I figure by the most within a month of play season.
Well, that would be nice. Because now all the things that people had planned for the 49ers because they thought we had no punch in the offensive wide receiver room, should I say, that would just ruin everybody's plans. Because now Kyle can use his full attack because there's no position. Because like somebody pointed out a little while ago, every receiver on that team has a specific job to fit his skill set, right? So,
right.
Now every void can
and we got a main running back, back again. He's healthy again. So we'll be all right.
Yeah.
We
got Christian McCaffrey.
We ain't talking about defense, but we got McCaffrey, he's back.
Yeah.
His injuries are healed up.
He makes all the difference in the world. That's why the Eagles won a Super Bowl last year, Jeremy.
Our defense sucked last year. Well, now we're got a great defensive coach back, so we'll do all right on that end.
Yeah.
So what we're going to have good receivers, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, that defense. I can't wait to see that defense in action. Speed. Salah believes in quick. I would move quickly, overwhelm, seek, and destroy on every snap. I can't wait to see that. I missed it. All gas and no brakes, Jeremy. Remember he first came in and said that? All gas, no brakes. Woo!
It's been a while.
Show it.
But I think we're coming back.
I think so.
And Purdy's just now hitting his peak.
Yeah.
He's
one real leader, too.
This is only his 4th year.
I know people. That's what I'm saying. When people keep talking about him all the time like they do, they were talking about him 2 years ago, Jeremy.
It took Steve Young 4 years before he even played.
All right, let this kid mature before we start talking about what he can't do.
In an NFC championship and a Super Bowl, and then it hadn't even been 4 years. It took Steve Young 4 years, and look how he turned out.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
It took Joe Montana 2 or 3 years.
He makes one mistake, and they just blow it all out of proportion. I said, man, you... Look what else good he did. He makes one mistake and everybody's on.
Give me a break.
I agree.
And last year he did his percentage and everything wasn't bad. Like I said, we was a top 10 defense, top 10 offense.
Yeah. With Brock running for his life on every other snap.
Yeah. And all receivers hurt, our runners hurt. We were still top 10.
Back to averaging 25 points a week.
Other people would have been in. We would have been number one offense.
Amen. So back to averaging that 25 to 30 points a week as early as this year, Jeremy. All right.
We're going to get it.
Jeremy,
I
always
got
good to hear from you.
confidence. Super Bowl this year.
Oh!
I got confidence.
All right. Jeremy, we got to go.
I think we're going to Super Bowl, and I think we're winning it.
But see, I hope the Chiefs ain't there. I don't like them. There's just something bad about that team when it comes to the 49ers. But maybe anybody else could get a whooping.
Yeah, anybody else. We can't lose this year.
Nah. Let me see you Tuesday, Jeremy, because we're running out of time.
All right, see you Tuesday.
Appreciate you, fam. I always love hearing from you. Night, Jeremy.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Night. Bye, Brian.
Yeah, what it do, player? you know, Ronbo Sports, the marketing schmo knows the score because he gets his lessons in church from Pope Papa J because he's way better than Pope Leo when it comes to the 49er faithful, baby. You know what I'm saying, player? You hear me? You hear me?
I
feel me?
Yeah. Papa J is just entertaining as it can be. I watched through the chat. You guys got something going. Papa J is usually the guy that tears people up on the comebacks. I always notice him. Then he gets on the phone and he has me rolling. I love it. Because you know what? You and I ran into that situation Papa J with. I would have probably put some distance between me and that person. I have a fear of insanity. You know. So, you know, I know I'd have been freaked out to some degree. As soon as he mentioned demons, and the next thing you know, he starts speaking in tongues, I'm out of here. Driver, all right, I want to get out. We're right in the middle of the freeway. That's all right. Let me out. Woo!
Yeah, I'll wait for the next bus. Thank you. I don't want to deal with you. You know, I send a shout out to Papa J anyway, and
Papa J's cool as can be.
Yeah, maybe he can take over my punching bag. Jack Dong is in the chat. Maybe you can take over for me, Papa, and take care of Jack Dong while I'm speaking facts with Ronbo here.
Yeah,
Thank you, appreciate that.
Don't mess up, Jack. I'm telling you right now, you can get put out again. But go ahead, Brian. Hey,
Ronbo, I was gonna say, I miss you, man. I miss you, player.
Well, you know I missed you, too. Yeah, I got your message.
I'm glad you thank you for responding to my email. I was worried about you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're doing well.
I was delighted you cared. Yeah, thanks, Brian.
But, Ronbo, I was just going to say we couldn't ask for a better offseason, could we not? No drama. Everybody's getting signed. God. Big Show Financials is getting it done.
And it just made Big Show mad. He hasn't called us since.
Yeah, well, he's busy making deals, Ronbo. He doesn't have time to call in. He's just windling and swindling. Old BS Financials. Love the guy. And now he's going to have us with $40 million in cap space so we can sign some good free agents.
Woo!
Yeah.
Mid-season, we got money to make a deal, Brian. They make a deal every mid-season, it seems now.
Yes, we do. Yeah. So Ronbo couldn't ask for a better before we start the season kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's looking good. Looking real good. So, I think Brock got the contract that was fair, and I told you 6 months ago that he was going to sign a team-friendly deal, and what did he do?
He did. He
signed a fair deal.
He did everything he could to make sure the 49ers don't hurt themselves as far as keeping talents around. Wow.
Exactly. What a guy. I mean, he deserves that money. So,
yeah, he does. I mean,
how do you think John and Kyle have done so far? I think they've had a pretty good off season, getting everybody ready.
Yeah,
you know?
and can focus on that instead of some contract that needs to be renewed. I'm delighted. Let's get on the football field instead of working on contracts every day, and the media going buck wild on every little line that comes out of Santa Clara. God, I'm so glad I know. Have to go through that.
Now it's the J.J. Jennings. They're worried about money next year. Okay, can we remind Emilio that the cap goes up between 20 and 30% every year?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have plenty of money for J.J.
Especially if Taylor Swift stays in the fold. So, yeah. I mean, she's a cause for revenue like crazy. I was amazed when I saw last year. You know, all those little chickies who don't even care about football. Yeah, but Taylor has a boyfriend in the NFL, so we have to follow. Really?
Right?
Okay, go ahead.
Right? Yeah. I mean, why, like, I would give her, like, a really nice suite if she started dating one of our 49ers, on the team.
You'd have to.
Just so she'd be up there every time.
Brian, since you brought that up, who would be eligible to date Taylor Swift? Who on our team? George would be the natural.
I got to go with Ricky. Ricky P.
How tall is
Ricky?
Yeah, Ricky's taller than Taylor. Taylor's probably wants guys that are bigger than she is. That's why she went and got a big tight end. Let's see.
I wouldn't let her buy me any watches or have any guns around. That's for sure. I'd be like, I got
You're Ricky Pearsall. Ricky's had enough, and he learned from that. And Ricky knows better. I still can't believe he did that. This is fun though. A 49er that'll be eligible to date Taylor Swift, and which would be the right one to fit her style.
But Taylor be like, hey. Taylor be like, you're not going downtown San Francisco for any shopping, Ricky. I gotta keep you safe, Bubba.
Can you imagine the security entourage Taylor Swift has? If Taylor goes with him, it'll be fine. God.
That's why he wants to date her. All her security. He needs it.
Tell you something, but while we're on the subject, though, I don't hear much about Travis and Taylor these days. It's very interesting. But anyway.
I know. Are we in breakup season? I don't know.
She's got to
know.
write another hit record. Every boyfriend gets a hit record for her. So, we'll see.
No, maybe she's prego. You never know. She might be pregnant.
He said the P word. Ah! Well, I guess it's going to be a shotgun wedding. Real quick, though, Brian.
Yeah, well.
We talked about, we did talk about the wide receiver room. Brian, I feel like it's like polluting the waters a little bit if we bring somebody in. I kind of like the purity of the wide receiver room right now, making sure that everybody in that room, every kid in there thinks that he has a shot to get on the field, could motivate him even further than what he is. I think having Jauan, Jennings, and Ricky Pearsall in there is probably enough leadership. And I know Ricky's only in the second year, but JJ in itself, and then George Kittle, Cowling, I think I kind of want that room left alone. And earlier I said I wanted Amari Cooper. Maybe not. What do you think?
Well, I have to retract what I told you earlier. I thought Amari Cooper had been already signed by the Chiefs, but I guess he hasn't yet. He's just going around. He's gone around about 5 teams.
Can you imagine you're Amari Cooper and you can't find a job? Strange.
I think if we could get him for cheap, why not? Take a chance on him.
He's only going to have to. He's going to have to accept something cheap. Everybody allocated all the money that they had for this offseason, probably already taken up. Yeah. You can offer a minimum contract. Incentives.
Right. But I don't know. He's like 30 years old, and I don't know if that's going to pass Big Show Financial's age group that he wants to have people in,
Well,
you know what I mean, Ronbo? Well, you're just too damn old to be on the Niner team. That should be a song.
Still waiting till you get in here, man.
Yeah, and where's Steven? We didn't hear from Steven, did we?
No, we did earlier on. Steven came in early.
Oh, okay. I must have missed it. Oh, bummer.
Yeah. Steven's
all right, Ronbo.
like he was consistent. We'll see him Tuesday. See you Tuesday too then, Brian.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Ronbo. You have a good night. Shout out to the faithful, and shout out to that guy down there in Australia. Fighting them zombies down under.
No, Tony's got to deal with gators. Wait a minute, Crocs. They got Crocs in Australia. Yeah. Tony sounds like a tough guy, though.
Hello.
Tony's the kind of guy that walk in his house and the Crocs on the front lawn, and Tony keep right on walking like, just don't leave any crap on my lawn.
Just think of him as Crocodile Dundee times 10. That's the way I look at him. Don't want to mess with him.
We'll see you Tuesday, Brian. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Take care, man. See you later.
Looking forward to it. Night, fam. Oh, Ellis, get it, Ellis. Hey, Ellis, I want you to know this. Listen, here's the story. Even production is tired of me coming up with reasoning as to why I haven't looked at that baby's ball game. Now, I'm telling you right now, this is it. I know I told you that last time, but this is it. I am looking at that as soon as this show is over.
That's a bet.
Who was it? Who hit that home run?
Jennings, he had two back-to-back home runs.
Yeah, send my love.
Two back-to-back games.
Oh my God! Tell Johnny, Uncle Ronbo says he thinks you're just awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there, but I'm going after it right after the show. All right. I'm tired of me making up. It's not making up. It's just I just don't have a moment edgewise. Every day, Ellis is so painful. But I finally get a break. I lay down on the sofa, and the first thing you hear is, you know. Hey, talk to you about the receivers room, man. Because I was in the beginning. I was thinking I like Amari, but you know what? I think the receivers need a motivation in knowing if you can cut the mustard, you can be a 49er this year. What are you thinking? Am I on to something you want to? Oh, you like Gabe? What's his name? What's Gabe? What's Gabe's last name? Vincent. Somebody said he's hurt. Or is he? Is he healthy? I may have heard. It might have been the wrong person. Gabe Vincent, no, but the 49ers have called him in. Now, he must be okay. The 49ers did call him in.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling. I don't know what his health, what his current health status is, but if I'm being honest, I think Amari would probably be better if I had to pick between Keenan Allen, Gabriel Davis, and Amari Cooper. I would say get Amari Cooper.
Yeah, we agree on that. I just think of all the people out there, I think Amari would be my guy. But yeah. But anyway, that's supposedly the weakness. That's the only Achilles area on this 49ers. Because most people they kind of think the defense is going to be just fine. The offense, if you got Chris McCaffrey, George Kittle, and JJ, you pretty much got enough offense right there. Anything else is just helping out and putting in for depth. Ricky Pearsall should probably be okay. We remember when everybody's leaving. Oh Lord, have mercy! We are done now. And then all the trolls coming. Yeah, now it's back to the basement now, and this just gonna be legit. See, they didn't know what they was talking about. Boy, don't count us out.
Yeah,
without even.
Well, the haters. It's not just the players; it's always the haters. So they got to have their side too. You know what I mean? They're never gonna all of a sudden vanish, or they'll always be there.
They did though, Ellis. I don't see a lot of Rams fans up in here today. Actually, the last two times, the Ram fans, do they know that they're gonna get their ass kicked this year? They ain't talking smack like usual.
Yeah. Well, we are definitely being grossly underestimated. So, and even Mark Schlereth, one of the ex-NFL player and now analyst, says there's a lot of teams are looking at us like like we're not going to really have nothing to offer, but we gonna come and get busy. So I don't know what the hell's going on. You can expect us to have a top 5 offense, you know what I'm saying, this year. That's without question. And, our defense, I think will be a top 10. I'm not going to say 5 or anything just yet.
Not yet.
But if we can maintain if we can have a top 10 defense and a top 5 offense, we can win 11, 12 games, and we can definitely go to the Super Bowl this year. So I'm not saying, we need to have a top 3 or a top 5. We can make it with a top 10 defense. We got Salah, so that should actually put us within the top 7. You know what I mean? Just based on his presence alone, and then the acquisitions that we have, made, especially on the defensive line. I think they're going to really step it up, and I'm excited. I think offensively is not going to be what we're going to have to be concerned about. Is the continuity and consistency that we will need on the defense, with these new additions and stuff like that. Ricky's already in the flow. I think Jacob Cowing will probably get some, get a taste of the rock. But CMC's going to come in trying to wreck shit. After he watched Saquon Barkley just, mosey on into the big talk. Christian McCaffrey is a world-renowned competitor. He is not going to come into the league bullshit.
Yeah.
You can expect Christian McCaffrey to be a top three offensive player in the league this year. I would say he'll be scratching, knocking the door at 2,000 yards this year, all purpose.
Let's go
so
see him.
Get ready for that.
Yeah. Hope he has his best game in L.A. and also bring L.A. to San Francisco and beat that ass again. Oh, I love when that happens. Ellis, you mentioned one thing, though, I'm curious about. Last year, the Eagles, what was their ranking of offensive and defensively? Do you by chance know that? Were in the top 5 in both categories?
I don't know defensively what we ranked. We didn't have the
No, I mean the
Eagles. What was their defensive and offensive rankings? I don't know.
Because you mentioned that, and I said, you know what? It's not always that ranking that puts you in the Super Bowl. I wonder, it helps, but I wonder if the Eagles was ranked in the top 5 in both categories. I suspect so offensively because of Saquon. You know what, Ellis? Their defense if I had to guess, they were no lower than 3 in either category.
Yeah. I mean, top five at the least. You know, and possibly top 3. I think we'll be competing with each other for a top offense. I think it'll be us, it'll be Detroit, and the Eagles. You know what I mean? I really feel like we're gonna have a strong season this year, and you know, our offense is. I mean, you know, George is gonna be. We're gonna be depending more on George. Jauan's gonna have. I think he'll break his 1,000-yard season this year. You know, CMC is gonna. He's gonna breeze past. You know, he'll have over 1,500 all-purpose yards between. You know, running and catching. So,
oh God, yes, and we need that this year. We got to go because it's getting late. I'll tell you what, though, I will not be taking no long bitches, and I'm getting on that mail. I'm telling you, but Tuesday.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, check out those videos from E, and I tagged you in them already, but I'll send them to you in your inbox, so you can just go to your inbox and look at both of them.
No, because okay. Appreciate it, fam.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Shout out production. Thank you for the platform. Shout out all the family. I know what it is. Hit that like and subscribe. You know,
he's cool as ice. Ellis.
Come.
All right, fam.
Love you, fam.
Night, back at you, fam. Night, Ellis.
All right. Go.
Tony ATL.
Ronbo, how you been, sir? How you been?
Doing all right, man. Mr. Guido, it's hard. It's really weird. When you go long periods of time and you talk about football all the time, all of a sudden you ain't talking about football other than people that I don't appreciate, me and family members. I told you about the Raider population of my family. Also, you know, just you get to argue it. It's really we have a bad year and we got it, boy.
Ooh. It was because of the injuries. Any footballer that knows football knows the reason why y'all had a bad year. Because of those injuries. Y'all going to be right back on top this year.
People don't appreciate
84% of these mainstream media knuckleheads
Cowherd
picked you guys to finish third.
Cowherd ain't
guess what?
Good. Yeah.
Guess what? They're going to be wrong.
Yeah. We'll see the first few weeks. I don't. The 49ers, the schedule's laxed enough that we can have this particular team to work on. That as long as you're not sending us to the Eagles, to the Chiefs, to the Lions. You
guys gonna be fine whoever you play.
Well, I mean,
and that DeMarcus Robinson, y'all got from the Rams. After he comes back, he's gonna ball for y'all. He balled last year. Watch what I tell you.
Well, it's gonna be good. We got CMC.
Good receiver.
Right? Yeah,
Ronbo, don't forget. I know you got, and Kyle's got to let this young man play. Jacob Cowley, who I saw just blow the top off of defenses at the University of Arizona. Y'all drafted Jordan Watkins, 5'10", 190 out of Ole Miss in the 4th round this year. Don't forget about him.
Wait a minute, George. looking at this position here. Oh.
Jordan Watkins, Ole Miss. San Francisco with the 138th pick in the fourth round.
That's WY. Yeah, I can't wait. As the 49ers picked him up in the fourth round, they think a lot of him. Because if they just hope you work out, it's usually round 5, which is very interesting about the 49ers in that pick 5.
Yes, underappreciated speed and athletic traits will help a team, and he will rise in the draft. Y'all got him in the fourth round. For him and Jake and Cowling are fourth-round picks in consecutive years. That's 2 speedsters.
Interesting. And also, we got another Junior Bergen out in the 7th round. So the 49ers picked him up in the 7th round. I'm wondering what they were thinking. But then again, we picked up Jauan Jennings in the 7th round.
Oh, Jauan Jennings is going to be the number 1 or number 2. You guys will be fine at receiver. And y'all got another hidden gem at running back that y'all drafted, Jordan James in the 5th round from Oregon. You know he averaged 7.1 yards a carry.
See, I saw that about Jordan.
2023, he wasn't even a full-time starter. He had 759 yards on 107 carries with 11 touchdowns. That's in 2023, 7.1 yards a carry. And then last year he was a full-time starter, Ronbo, 233 carries, 1,267 yards, 5.4 yards a carry, 15 touchdowns.
49ers picked him a magic round 5, too. Good things happen in round 5. I have no idea why, but it's consistent.
5'10", 210. Nice size. That's that Barry Sanders, Walter Payton type of size. Short and stocky.
Yeah.
Emmett Smith type of size.
Low center of gravity, so when you hit them, they can shed you with an ease. It's kind of frightening.
Because they got that weight. They got 210, 205, 210. He's 210. So he's not a little fella where he ain't, you know what I mean, where he's fragile.
You knock him off his feet easily. Yeah, and those guys, usually guys in a weight room with a squat, and you got 4 or 5 plates on each side, and everybody be stepping up.
Frank Gore, that type of back.
Yeah. Man, we're going to find out.
Y'all are deep at the running back position, too. So let the naysayers say what they want to say.
And they're going to say it.
Because the 49ers, they had never went anywhere. It was just the injuries. And congratulations on signing your quarterback and on signing Fred Warner. They got what they deserved. They got paid.
And George.
You guys will be fine. Just got to get your defense tooled, and Robert Saleh will do that.
Yeah, he's got stuff to work with. I think a lot of these guys are hand-picked. Michael can't get enough
big
love,
dude
though.
from Indiana. The real short, stocky defensive tackle, nose tackle y'all drafted.
Oh, I'm telling everybody, that's my dude. That's C.J. West. I said, man, I'm watching C.J. He looks like a Tasmanian devil when the ball is snapped. Bodies are flying.
Have you seen film on him out of Indiana?
I did. I love watching him work. That's a violent player. I love it.
Yep, and he gets to the ball carrier.
I said, this dude,
he gets in a violent mood, too.
I think he was going to hurt somebody.
So when Indiana made the playoff this year, he was a big reason why.
Oh, God, he's vicious. So, and with him, I'm just worried about Alfred Collins. He's a big dude, and that kind of guy usually spends a lot of time on the IR. I think Mikel is, going to be special, especially working with Salah and Kasurik. So, yeah.
I like the kid y'all drafted out of Texas in the 2nd round, the defensive tackle.
That's what I'm talking about, Alfred Collins. He's really big.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just hope he can maintain presence on the field. Those kind of guys DeForest Buckner was that big. He stayed on the field. But Eric Armstead was always out. And this guy, his dimensions remind me of Eric. He's bigger than Eric, though. Eric is a little more solid. But this guy, we'll see.
Yeah, so just let the Cowherds and everybody else say that y'all going to be transferred. Let them keep talking. They're going to be eating crow, Ronbo. Wait till the season comes. They're going to be eating crow.
Trey Lance is not bothering his daughter anymore. I wish he'd stop. He seems like every time he gets
he's back in the league that he got signed. I don't know if he's going to make the team. He got signed by the Chargers.
All right. Good. Because I still feel sorry for him. Everything just went wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, I got hurt. Yeah. And then Brock, for some reason, got drafted at the same time he did. Because, Tony, I think the 49ers would have continued to wait for a trade to develop had Brock Purdy not showed up on the scene.
Yeah. And, He was thrown into the line of fire. Then he got hurt.
Man, wait till that.
You know,
What's the name of that
it's
first
like
round
you said,
pick
it's a
in
crapshoot
Tennessee?
with this draft, man.
Always.
You never know what's going to happen.
Give a prediction on that first round pick in Tennessee, though. Is he going to get mangled up in the first 3 or 4 weeks to the point we don't know who he is from where he was last year? What's a quarterback the Tennessee Titans picked up in round 1?
I think he'll be fine because he can get out the pocket. He can move around.
Well, he better be able to.
I guess they're going to start him starting off, but I think he'll be fine. But, they're not going to win the division or anything. That's a weak division, but they got a long way to go. They got some receivers, though. Calvin Ridley's still there.
Yeah.
They got some receivers there, though, but I don't know how their offensive line is.
Hey, Tony, if I was an organization leader, I'd make people mad. I'd have a veteran starting for me first 5-6 weeks of the season. I would not have that rookie out there to start and let him develop a bunch of bad habits. Instead of looking downfield, dropping his eyes, looking at the line of scrimmage because he's scared he's going to get hit. There's so many things that can go wrong when you put him in a situation. Yeah, you let him get used to this. Let that veteran handle that for a while.
Yep.
We'll see.
And the overrated Rams, once those L's start early, people going, what's wrong with the Rams? Ain't nothing wrong with the Rams.
Is that schedule?
This is who they are.
They had an easy schedule last year, and so they came up. But it ain't going to be no easy schedule this year. Let's see what they look like.
They are hyping, Ronbo, they are hyping that team.
I know.
I'm like, I just don't see it.
Cowherd's got them finishing and winning the
Jalen
division.
Ramsey, you can go back there because you're toast anyway. I heard they were talking about him coming to the Falcons. I'm like, nah.
Hey, I heard about
Jalen. We
Jalen.
don't want him. Talking about Raheem Morris. We don't want him. We got corners.
But if they trade him back to Rams, that's going to be. Remember, Jalen was the loudest person to get me the hell up out of L.A. Okay, well, they did. And here they're going to trade you back over there? I can't imagine that.
Yeah, because he's getting burnt like toast, and his teams don't want him. So now he's wanting to come back and see what they're doing. And the Rams are doing some good things, especially defensively.
They're not a bad team.
As long as Stafford's pulling the trigger.
Bam! It's going to bring it. He's going to bring it all the way back at that 6.
Yep, yes, sir. And remember, last year, Stafford, like you say, he threw the ball less. Him and Geno Smith led the league in red zone picks last year.
Tony, I'm telling you, man, I'm looking forward to the season. We got to go. I'm going to look for you Tuesday, and let's see what's going to develop next.
Yes, sir. Glad you're back. And I'm glad
Thanks,
it wasn't nothing family related because I was praying.
Oh,
but it was your technological stuff, and you got that worked out. And,
so out of control with that.
Just glad you're back, sir.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate being back so I can hear you, too. All right. I'll see you
sir.
Tuesday.
Texas Warriors in here making me laugh, talking about the Cowboys 12-5 and
he's
Dak
still
for
in.
MVP.
He's still in here.
Dude, it's delusional, but I will see you Tuesday, sir. I'll give you a little Falcons talk because we're kind of waiting out to see what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. I think we might could trade Kirk Cousins to Pittsburgh.
There you go. All right. Yeah, I want more of that.
See you Tuesday,
Tony.
sir. Welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Tony. Good night.
Take care.
You too. All right, fam. So I already made a promise, and I'll keep it. I will see you Tuesday, and let's see what develops. By the way, if you see anybody on any travel mode of any kind, especially public transportation, and they claim that they need help because they're feeling the possession of demons, be careful. Papa G, I'm not going to get over that anytime soon. He didn't. It was so good. I know he didn't make that up. Fam, so good to be back. I'll see you Tuesday. Thank you for the contributions, and please subscribe so you can be a part of this family. I'll see you Tuesday. Niners.